There's one thing that angered me a lot. I was listening to you beatbox every day.
Oh, wow.
Why? Pre-GBB, you were YouTube famous.
Ooh, I started making YouTube videos far before beatboxing. In fact, actually, the first channel that I have accidentally deleted. He deleted them.
The channel?
Yeah.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Yours is so high for me that I'm more confident like,
Wow. To be honest, I still haven't actually fully ever watched back the 2018 GBB. It's actually you that'll get in your own way.
Yeah.
That's what stops it. It's you.
We went to Korea to meet Beat Pella House, Wing and everyone, and also
He's massive, isn't he?
50 million YouTube subscriber. He is a content genius.
See, that's right. There's not enough beatbox content like this.
Yeah.
I love beatbox.
It's the first podcast on my channel, and I got a very, very, very special guest for you. GBB Champ 2017, Australian Beatbox Champ, absolute beatbox legend, Codfish from Australia.
You're too kind, mate. You're too kind.
Damn.
Thank you for having me on, bro.
And for opening up, I remembered one story
Yeah.
with you when we were in Australia. And actually, I don't know if you know it, but you gave me one of the best compliments in my entire life.
Really?
We were sitting on your porch and celebrating 2 million subs for Swiss Beatbox back in the day. And Peponi got like this super nice whiskey for us.
Yeah,
We were drinking it. And then you told me, yo, Shazam, yeah, it's really noticeable that what you do for Swiss Beatbox. It really makes a difference.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was like, just doing my thing,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was like a really big compliment back in the day. So I'm super thankful for that.
Bro.
Really gave me like confidence.
But that was the truth.
Yeah,
That
but
was the
still.
truth. Felt that. I felt when you joined the team, it was obvious. It was very, very obvious. It stepped up. Everything did. So you were doing social media, right? Initially, you were doing social media,
Yeah,
right?
and maybe some people nowadays don't know it, but I was working for Swiss Beatbox from 2017 to basically 2020.
Yeah.
So
Bro, you did a great job. And that's that period where it really transformed. Like, what was the subs when you first started?
it was like 350K.
Yeah, and then the
And
end
when
of
I
that.
left, 4-point-something million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what you were doing was working, mate.
I mean, I just
was
uploaded the videos.
Yeah.
You were doing a lot of the videos.
If you don't upload them, they're not going to get watched, are they? So
But yeah, some things like the compilations or top 10 drops. basically.
you do all them as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so good to have you here. Actually,
Dude,
we're here
thank
for German champs. So huge shout out to
Yeah.
Beatbox Germany,
Big
to
up.
Marvelin.
Big up to Marvelin, bro.
We're going to
Big
judge
up.
tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gonna be a crazy battle.
Yeah.
And yeah, crazy, man.
Dude.
Like, how is your life? I think a lot of people are asking that.
How's my life's good, man. Really, really good. Great, bro. I get to be a beatboxer. I get to be an artist. I think it's such a gift. You know
Best
what I mean?
thing ever.
I feel it's the best thing ever, bro. It's the best job in the world. I always say it. Best job in the world. So how am I? Fucking great. Fucking great. Doing great. We're having so much fun doing things like this. It's so special. You know what I mean? We're traveling. We're to hang out. It gives me, pre-COVID energy, because I feel like I've been a bit separated since COVID. You know what I mean? I'm also very far away. You know what I mean? Over in Australia, so it's good to be back. You know what I mean? Where there's so many countries. Obviously, Europe, everyone's close together, so everyone can come. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. It's awesome. See big crowds, heaps of beatboxers, and everyone just having fun and jams, positive vibes. It's good.
On Saturday, we'll have like 1,200 people to perform to.
Woo! Let's go, dude. Amazing, isn't it?
And I feel like in Germany, there's like a very big beatbox community.
Yeah.
Like beatboxers on the one side, but like beatbox fans.
No, it's
crazy.
100%. I noticed early on, like even 5-6 years ago, and then when I checked my stats on YouTube, Germany climbed up, and it's been one of the biggest countries for a long time. Yeah,
Damn.
like one of the top 5, top 10 countries is amazing. I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Big up Germany, bro. People love beatbox here, bro. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like during COVID, a lot of people got into beatboxing.
Yeah,
And also because of like Tadl.
yes, Tadl, big
He's
up
like,
Tadl.
of course, brought a lot of people to beatbox. So thank you.
Good bass as well.
Yeah, such a good bass.
Good bass.
Vibration
His
is
vibration bass is crazy.
Yeah, it's
I never
like
heard
so
that.
unique.
It's big. It's like
Yeah.
really big open.
He's like
sound.
really, I feel like he's pushing a lot of like chest bass into it.
Yes.
Like not the normal. He's like, really
Yes. I know what you
putting that
mean.
in.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But it's also like, talking about vibration bass, like so fragile, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it
you're
can
one
be.
of the few people who have it consistently
Yeah.
down.
Let me try that, mate. I was beat you. Well, it's a bit fragile if you still got the milk from your coffee in your throat, you know what I mean? But otherwise, yeah.
Look, it's not something that came easy. I think it's different. Another person that's worth shouting out about vibration bass, I noticed the only other person I noticed do it predominantly is Inertia on stage. And so
Damn.
credit to Inertia. He does it, you know, and he lands it. So
I feel like the first guy who did it, like, is he? And like in 2021 in the GBB, like really putting a whole routine around that sound?
I think he probably, in GBB, I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he was. I'm trying to think who is the only one we're missing. Like, I don't think so.
I think you did it like and trying to talk to God like a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm trying to talk to God, I don't think. Did I?
No.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
like,
Mystic Man, that's right.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm
you're
Mystic
right.
Man, yeah.
Mystic Man, that's right. Yes, Mystic Man. Yeah, that's right. But not in a battle. I never did in a battle until 2021 GBB.
Really?
2021, 2025.
25, yeah.
Yeah, 25 GBB. I think, yeah. And that was like a bet on myself because I was like, you've been doing it so long, you come back to GBB, you know, like face the pressure, like double down. Sometimes there's that idea where you know when you get nervous and you can either sort of cower, you can either go back and be like, oh, it's my first time back, I better not mess it up, you know what I mean? Not mess up. Or if you just go, it, mate, double down.
Yeah.
I'm doing vibration bass in the first 30 seconds and like put the pressure on and just go for it. And thankfully it came
So
out.
did
But
elimination also.
Yeah, in the elim. Yeah.
But I remember when was it, in camp 2018 or 19? After you won 2019, I feel like the last camp.
The last camp, yeah.
You did it a lot.
Yes,
like
I did.
in the showcase,
Yes,
and
I did,
it worked really, really well.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah.
So you have it like for like six years already
Yes.
in your repertoire, doing it probably daily or
Yeah. Every day, bro. All the time. You know, it's so funny to talk about it. Like, you know, it's funny. If we're talking about vibration bass, may as well tell you where I learnt it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learnt it from a guy named Ilario. Yeah. So if he's watching this, big up to Ilario. I've not heard of him. In fact, I believe he told me by my memory that he came up with it himself. So he was actually the person I think that, like, again, come up with it, meaning it's an innate ability we have as human beings.
Yeah.
But him actually discovering it for himself, you know,
Yeah.
self-discovery. He was the first person I ever heard do it. And there's videos, if you look it up, and you might be able to find it. If you look up Ilario beatbox and then put like Xbox into YouTube, it's like an old Xbox party recording.
Yeah.
And I think it's called like Ilario beatbox. And he's doing it. And this is back in, I don't know when, 2011 or something.
Oh my
And
God.
he's going, what?
Boom, boom, boom.
He goes,
My name is Optimus Prime.
that's what he does. And I remember I met this guy randomly again through a random beatbox I met in a chat.
Yeah.
And then he invited him in and I heard him do that and I went, bro, what the is that, dude?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not throat bass. Is that your throat bass? He's like, this is not throat bass. This is different. And throat bass, I'm like, you have to teach me that shit. That's the best shit I've ever had in my fucking life. Anyway, he taught me it. He wanted to taught me, and then ever since then, you know, I just struggled with it on stage big time. I think.
Yeah.
I think I struggled a bit more than even normal. I don't know particularly why. I think I just had a lot of.
But I think everyone struggles with it.
Everyone does, yeah, it's true. Everyone to a degree does. So it just took me ages to get comfortable on stage, you know, because I always wanted on stage mattered to me, you know, it matters obviously still now that I've just had more experience now, so I feel more relaxed. But back then, I never wanted to mess up.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, even Wing this year at GBB, he did like in a documentary, talked about that this vibration bass didn't come out.
Yeah.
Especially in the final, which like he had to change routines.
I heard, yeah.
And he like practiced it for like 2 years straight to get it out.
Yeah.
And still like it didn't come out.
So, yeah, I heard. No, I heard. To me, I heard him. I heard it come out, but it wasn't coming out as resonant as I think it could.
Yeah.
And I relate to that because I've been through that obviously many times myself. And that happens. And that's when it's frustrating. It's kind of it's a hard thing to explain. You know, it's proper beatbox nerd stuff. We actually spoke about it a little bit yesterday, but there's a thing basically where if you force a sound, let's say you're doing a fragile bass, like a vibration bass, if you push it too much, it's like you tense your muscles. And you're forcing the sound out and it's not reverberating in your own cavities correctly. It's like you're straining. And so it doesn't reverberate. It doesn't actually bounce out of you and you don't get volume. It sounds kind of a bit dead. You have to kind of sing. That's that phrase I heard from a famous opera singer called Caruso who said like, you know, you have to sing within yourself, something like that. You know, he said that, I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like some people, they sing out, they're singing at you, but they don't sing from within themselves outwards. That's that kind of idea. You know, I think there's a real acoustic effect of that. And you hear that a lot when people are stressed, they force, and you actually are not as loud as you would be if you were a little bit more relaxed. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, 100%. My singing teacher is always like, also like, open up. Yeah. She's always like, what's the English word? Like, be impressed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you sing
Surprise,
be impressed,
sort of
so it's like because then you're opening up inside like all the cavities and everything like resonant.
Yes.
And if you're like, it's just like in front here.
That's what I mean.
And the same happening with basses. I feel like then when you like listen to Wachtang, for example, he's like a perfect example because like he's also singing so well and all the speedbox like
Yes.
Everything's so like full.
It's just like a cauldron. It's like boiling within him and then coming out. I know what you mean.
And like vibration is probably the same. And you need like at the same time a little bit of relaxation to get like the right spot.
That's right. That's right.
So hard.
But you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I wonder if it was easy, you know, I would think, oh, I wish I could just do it like that. But you know, maybe it wouldn't be as special. You know what I mean? So it's part of the magic. We take it as, you know, this is how, you know, God's designed it this way. It's the way it is. So we appreciate it.
That's why I like the bell with Inertia with helium so much. It's Inertia does this crazy round, helium answers, and then Inertia like, you're like, what?
Over,
and
bro.
he's like doing it perfectly. No problem. Even the like he does it as this, and he's like, he's not the most careful guy when it comes to beatbox. He's like drinking a beer, like having fun the night before. He's not like, I remember like watching a vlog of Enemy before GBB was like, yo, I woke up the day at 8 a.m, did a cold shower, did my Wim Hof breathing, hydrated. It's like King Inertia is not like that. Having good I'm on stage, cool. And then he's the perfect vibration bass. And he has like this grit in it. It's so crazy.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. No, I mean, we could do a whole section on the podcast about Inertia, but I just, you know, I find myself like speaking about Inertia quite a lot because I've been doing reaction videos as well. And I think he's one of my favorite beatboxers. For me, he's right up there. You know, I met another thing. I met Inertia on Xbox randomly, like totally randomly before I even knew the beatbox community. I met Inertia through another random beatboxer in a party. And I remember it's like before school, like 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I would get up early before school because that's when some of the beatboxers would be on Xbox. So I get up before school and play.
Time zones.
Time zones because I'm in Australia. And I get on my headset and beatbox with guys before I go. And Inertia was in there, and he was sick even back then. It's one of those things where some people have that intangible thing where he's just always been dope. Of course, his skill since then is tremendous, much higher. Like anyone's been beatboxing for so long, but even back then, he's just always had style. Like he was always sick, and he had that tone even back then, that inward bass tone. Yeah, way back then through that Xbox mic, I heard that shit, and I was like, "That's fucking." Yeah, that reckless routine is like actually old. It's old. Yeah. It is. It's old. And I think the first time I futuristic. Heard him was like high, middle, low on Beatbox Television. Yeah. That's the first video I saw of him back in the day. I was like, damn. Mm-hmm. And back in the day, like inward bass was not that common. No. There was like Beard and Marcus and that's right. I remember that wave. That's it. That was when it was the big deal. It was Beard and Marcus. That's right. I think Marcus started it and Beard took it to a new level. That video with him in the basement in the GBB hostel thing. Yeah, I think I was behind the camera watching him record it. Wow, that's and then he was sick. Like high and then it got low and he was like, I discovered a new when I go low or something. It was so cool. Yeah, it was so like new back then. He was like, I think I found a new level. You know, it's funny. I was like I'm gonna back up like some memories, like some old photos of my old phones, and I went on my old iPod Touch and that video is downloaded literally in my photos. That's how important that video was. So be up to be art, bro. Legend. Him just doing I would just replay and watch it and go, that's inwards. He's doing a bass inwards. You also then became an inward bass guy, right? Yeah, I did. I had to learn. I loved it. I love it. That's fun, you know. It's like anything. It's a deceiving sound because I think it's quite ugly when you first learn it. Yeah. I think people learn it and they go, "Oh, it's ugly. It's shit." I'm not doing. But it's like anything. You can refine it and tune it. And also, I feel like it's one of the most exhausting sounds in the beginning. It is. Like gets your voice so dry. Even now, like in between, I was getting better at it. Then I didn't do it for a while. Yeah. So now when I practice again, it's always like, oh my god, it feels so like starting all over again. Yes, I know what you mean. And then also maybe you have an idea. I always think about, because there's so many different styles of inward bass. Yeah. Like I feel like there's the Inertia style, which is like a lot of air, really having a note. Then there's like D-Lo style, which is more like one note all the time. But it's like really, and then there's seems like more lower, it sounds like to you. Yeah, and has like this rattle inside. Yes. And then there's Dan, who's like whole nother tone. He's different tonal quality again. True. And not airy at all. It's like super like on point. No, I've been thinking about it, and I'll tell you right now, I have no idea. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about it and looking at it because I've been nerding out on it over inward bass. I've been working on it, and because I wanted it to sound more beautiful. And listening to Inertia, listening to, as you said, Dan, totally different tonal. D-Lo again, different. I don't understand it. All I can hear is all I can hear is that it's definitely resonating. I think primarily, this is what I've noticed at different bases. Everything resonates everywhere because everything's open. Which you're literally constricting yourself, which you're not. Like, but I think things resonate more primarily in different parts. You know? So, for example, if you just did the same note, throat bass, a bit dry, but if I do, hey, hey, I can put that as just the middle tone. You can put it more in the top cavities. Hey, it gets more that tonal sort of nasal. Or you see, it's very slight shiftal, but I'm shifting the primary place of resonance, more down to the chest or more up to the nose. And I think maybe people build a habit where they develop the sound in a particular spot. So actually, it's way stronger in a particular spot.
Like your throat bass is so different from mine, actually.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, because yours is so high. For me, that it's so hard.
Right.
I'm more confident, like wow. But that's like totally relaxed in my throat. Whoa.
Wow, that's easy for you.
Yeah, like, and the it feels really like
wow.
Like, just
it's astoundingly low.
But it's like, I feel similar to wings.
Yes, okay.
Like we feel like the same. But that's interesting because your voice is not high.
No.
I feel like we have the same like kind of
similar pitch,
speaking voice.
Yeah.
But you just probably practice going higher.
Yes. Well, I've seen that with looking at opera singers, and I was once listening to a lecture by an opera singing coach, where basically it's actually independent. You're pitching the pitch of your speaking voice is quite independent of your true range. Like basically, some people you think in general someone with a high speaking voice would have a higher singing voice. Yeah. On average, it's more true than it isn't. But actually, when you grow someone's voice, if someone's the middle of someone's range, let's say you speak here and your range is like this, you could speak here naturally, and when you develop your voice, it'll train and it might grow to be really high and a little bit lower. So actually, you have a high range. Or some people have a high speaking voice and it grows more on the low end and doesn't grow as much on the high. Yeah. So actually, it's interesting. I used to think the same thing, like really early on in beatboxing. I was like, surely if you have a really low voice, you're naturally going to have a lower bass, but it's actually not true in general. It's really interesting. People have individual ranges. It seems to be pre-coded into us differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably good. You could train it, but it would probably take a while.
Yeah. But it's fascinating. I think so. The voice. I'm one of the biggest nerds on the voice, and I just love learning about it. I think it's so fascinating.
Me too.
Yeah,
it's so interesting that you're also into this stuff.
Yeah.
Watching operas, singers.
Yeah.
There's this one video of like a girl at American Idol audition or whatever, and she comes in and talk like this, and then Katy Perry's even like, "Oh, you should become a voice actor." Yeah. No, and then she's like, "Listen," like really like really a baritone voice. Wow, and such a crazy voice. So like
how special,
good effect.
Yeah. True. No, I mean that's all us beatboxers, isn't it? We're all like hyper voice nerds, aren't we?
Yeah.
Voice chest.
I feel like not enough.
Yeah, maybe
not. That's like one thing also with the podcast I want to get, like some beatboxers and also some like other people who like, I'm super sad that Gennady is not here. This one vocal performer.
Right.
He should have been performing at German Champs, but he can't come. I reacted to him a few times, and he's basically like having a backing track and just doing crazy vocal sounds and singing and like tribal singing and all of that together, and you're like really just getting goosebumps.
Wow.
And it's
beautiful.
like so cool. Yeah. And I wanted to get like his view because he's basically doing beatbox.
Yes.
In another field.
Yes, that's right.
And also, I mean, for me also it's always interesting like having careers in beatbox, because I feel like that's such a big problem with beatboxing that a lot of beatboxers struggle. Yeah. And like, I mean, just being a beatboxer, and we just talked about it in the car, like from battling, it's not a career.
Yes. That's right.
So we need to build like revenues of revenue and like other stuff. And there are people out there who live from doing vocal sounds that are not in the beatbox scene.
Yes.
That even like maybe some people in the beatbox scene are more talented or whatever, but they are not like able to make a career out of it. So also want to bring some people in, like get their knowledge, get their view on things, so we develop as a scene.
I agree, because the more the merrier. And we were talking about that, like, that the attitude, I think that's the saying, like not a zero-sum game. What I'm trying to say is like, it's not, if you're putting someone else on, you're never taking away from yourself. That mentality, I think, stops a lot of people. And one of the best ways to show an antidote to that is GBB. If you had the attitude that, oh, I never want to be on stage with this person because I don't want, my viewers to watch them, how ridiculous it is. That if you had that attitude, GBB would never happen. And look what GBB has done for beatboxing. You know what I mean? So, we're all in it together. You know what I mean? If you want to think competitively in a whole nother way. Think about you're pushing beatboxing, and now people will be watching beatboxing as opposed to watching other styles of content. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
if you need to be competitive.
If you need it. If that fuels you. But some people, I have moments like that, and I think we all do, where you want to, you get a bit, you want something to fight against, you know what I mean? But fight against that, so fight for beatbox, you know what I mean?
And you can still be competitive to other people, for example, have better content than this guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, if you meet each other, you can talk about it, you can share. It's like the same thing how you learn vibration mates. We're like, yo, how do you do it? And
exactly.
It's like this.
Yes.
So we all learn from each other.
It's true. That he could have said piss off, basically, or I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's too, you probably wouldn't understand.
With some sounds like it's actually like this. With like hollow whistle. I don't know. I try to explain it so often to people.
Yeah.
And I actually one time had a 45-minute live stream with Filthy. Like a German beatboxer. Yeah. I tried to explain every possible way I have. He couldn't learn. He was like, okay, then keep your secrets.
Keep your secret.
I don't know. It's such a simple sound, but so hard to explain.
Yeah. Now it's a sweet spot. It's weird. You got it really loud. Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, I really do it a lot.
I'm weird. It's like the conditioner throughout the day. Some parts of the day I can do it loud, and some parts
But you do it inward or outward?
Outward. It's there, but it's quiet.
Peponi is doing it inward.
Is he? Yeah.
So weird.
Wow. Oh yeah, inward. Yeah. I'm a bit better. Yeah. There you go.
Right, such a.
That became famous for me from Barbally.
Yeah, I think he invented it.
Yeah. Did he invent it? Yeah. Not surprised.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like everything.
Like fucking everything.
Oh my God.
Legit.
Yeah. Also once for Speedbox video, I think he was in Switzerland. Was like. And it was like, what is the fuck is that sound?
What is that, dude? Yeah, I remember that video. He's got two mics and he's going. Something like that. Do you remember that video?
Oh my God.
What is that called? Anyway, I don't know how you'll find it. I want people to be able to find these videos because I want to share a lot of these videos. I think there's so many young beatboxers who have not watched these videos.
Oh my God, I remember
amazing.
2011 German champs. I mean, I was there.
Yeah.
That was after 4 years of no German championship. Yeah. No one knew each other. We were all there. Robeat was there. Barbally was there.
Yeah.
Bikaya, Ernie 3-3, the old school legends. And then
sick.
Barbally was nobody was too sure who will win. It was not Barbally's clearly the best, but then when he started beatboxing, it was then it was half freestyling, half mocking everyone. In the final, against Robeat, he's inventing a new beatbox style with the minimal.
Yes.
Minimal.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how can you do that in a final?
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the courage it takes is underestimated as well. Is what's the thing? It takes courage to be different like that and to do it so strong. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you have to speak to him. I'd be very interested to know what his mentality is, because some people find they're either really courageous, I'm going to do something to be different, or it's just instinctually them and they're not even thinking about it at all. So I'd be interested to know, was he aware of how different what he was doing was? You know what I mean? Because sometimes people aren't. They're not thinking that way. I'm just being myself, and it just came out this way. That's what I'd be interested to know from him.
I feel back in the day he was super strategical and super nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him messaging on MSN or whatever we had 2009, and he could basically he was yeah, that Skiller beat, and then he showed me the pattern. He wrote on the fucking Skiller pattern.
Wow.
From his Nescafe video was
Yeah.
And he Barbally could do it easy, sound by sound. I was damn, you're a fucking nerd.
Fuck yeah.
He could do everything. That's why. And then I think he also back in the day already we hung out with Alem and doing all the stuff. And he learned about all these patterns and was really into it. And then it was easy for him to just freestyle.
Yeah.
Half the battle. Easy peasy.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you speak about that battle he had with Robeat, because when I was watching that, I remember that's really, actually I wasn't beatboxing when that came out. What year was that?
Really? 2011.
Oh, I think I was. But no, I think I wasn't. I don't know. I either was about to or hadn't yet. 2013, I think I started.
Damn.
Yeah, 2012.
Really?
2013. Yeah.
And 2018 you won.
Yeah. So anyway, but I remember going back and watching that stuff, and I remember thinking that Barbly, he sounded to me like he evolved everything. He sounded like for my own taste, of course, but it sounded like he was one step ahead.
Yeah.
To me, he sounded like another world. He was in another world to me. Same with Reaps, by the way.
Yeah.
Reaps is the same for me. Reaps and Barbly, for me, were like on some other level. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like with Barbly, just his basic sounds are so much better.
That's what I mean. Exactly.
Just his his kick.
Oh, his kick is the best thing in the
And the
world.
snare, everything just sounds better. Like he could just do, and it sounds. I remember like
Beautiful.
I think 2014 GBB or something. I mean that was already a year like Alexinho, 2H, Kim, Big Ben, like all the crazy legends. And then Barbly came on, and there was a noticeable difference, even from like Alexinho and Alem and everything.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, just him, like beatboxing that.
Yeah, it's
And
over.
then was like, okay, that's crazy. Like even with the world-class beatboxers being on another level with the basics, and still like his kick. Oh my God.
I remember being obsessed with that. I watch those videos all the time. Him, and same with Reaps. Reaps I also found like has like a totally different characteristic sound on everything, like Barbly. Like just hearing that, and I remember noticing that really young. I'd be like, exactly what you just said. Why I could just sit and listen to Barbly do. I could just play that. I just want to listen to that. I just want to listen to just that. It's not about, because so many people are so obsessed with the combos and what you're doing, but not how you're doing it. The way they're doing it. And Reaps doing is, even the way Reaps did that classic video of him, it looks, I don't know what setting he's in. It looks like he's in like near a swimming pool or something. He's doing, it's just called Reaps One Inward Drag.
Yeah.
That'd be another one for watch. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. That video, but the way he sounds is fucking
So crisp.
crazy. It's crisp, guys. But he doesn't sound like anyone else. I couldn't. You can't. It's amazing when you can't deduce like the inspirations.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from?
Yeah. I mean,
planet?
he like invented half of the stuff.
Yeah. He did. He did.
Oh my God, Reaps. He's like also.
He's a mythical character.
to God.
I feel like he's in a cloud
He's
right
also
now.
like one of actually my dream guest on the podcast.
Oh, bro,
interviewing
please.
Reaps and just letting him talk about what he thinks about beatbox, and
Bro,
could fill hours.
Please.
Two parts.
and
Three
also,
parts.
bro, if you can do it, setting a challenge for you. If you can get Reaps and Barbly in the same room talking about
Damn.
it, please. I'll donate. Please. I'll donate to the cause, please.
Yeah, it would be so amazing because
Yeah.
I also feel like Reaps is so far off the beatbox scene, and he does so much for beatbox, but also like what it means to be an artist,
Yes.
which is like I think what's missing for a lot of people in the scene.
Yes.
So it would be so interesting to like hear his thoughts, how he does everything. Like even I met Chung Bao in January in Vietnam, and even he works so closely with Reaps, and he was like, yeah, Reaps is mystical.
He's a mystery to him. They fucking work together.
They do like this crazy voice jam project together. It's like, yes.
It's like he speaks and walks through the wall. You know, he's like, "I'll see you on Tuesday."
And he's always like
disappears.
has like this crazy stylish outfit.
Yes,
and he talks so like just listening to him is so inspiring. He's like a philosopher. It's
Yes,
like, damn.
he is. Yeah.
And shout out Reaps One if you
Shout
see
out
this.
Reaps, bro.
Fuck.
He's got to come here, bro. He's got.
Yeah, or come to London now. Is he?
I
still
swear he was
London?
in. I spoke to him not too long ago, and I swear he was doing something in Berlin.
Really? Yeah,
swear
I
he
think
was,
one time.
A ballet or something, I think, or a show.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
like
he was
doing like creative director of a ballet or whatever.
Yeah. Like, some of I speak to him rarely, but it's one of these people. Obviously, I stayed in contact with him for a long time because he's like a mentor to me. You know, what I mean?
That's so cool.
And he's one of those people I look up to. As you said, you look up to him. I don't look up to him just as a beatboxer. I look up to him as an artist, as a human, actually. As a human. So I remember, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm doing a ballet," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course you are." You know what I mean? Like, I don't put it past you. It doesn't even surprise me. You know, he's just amazing.
Yeah,
amazing
he could
person.
do like. Then the other day he posts, "Yo, I won a Grammy."
Yeah. Wait,
What?
bro, what, dude? Anyway, thinking about that last night.
Oh my God.
That battle with Skiller. Far out.
This guy. Oh my God. But like, if you speak about him like as a mentor, like, how's your like thought process? Because I think from the outside it's super interesting to like see your journey from, if you now said like 2013 you started, 2017 you became 18 you became the champ.
Yep.
And I mean, at that time you were already pre-GBB, you were like YouTube famous.
Yes.
Like how, like, take us on the journey. Like how did that come? From like starting to like, basically you were the biggest beatboxer outside of Swiss Beatbox.
At one point, yeah, I guess so.
Before
it's crazy
even
to say.
winning GBB,
which
is crazy. Like some people think like, you became famous because GBB, but
Yes.
actually you kind of also made GBB famous. Like it was like a
crazy. Yeah, no, that was a weird thing. I remember going into GBB where I was like, I felt like a little bit like an outsider. Like I felt like I was a YouTuber, you know what I mean? Like coming into this beatbox world, you know, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, to start from the beginning, like where do I start? I started making YouTube videos far before beatboxing. Like when I was quite young, when I was like 9-10 years old, I used to just make, firstly started with like filming my screen. You know, like anyone before you have a capture card. All my early videos is me setting up the family camera in front of a screen. And it's slightly off angle and you can see the border, the whole thing, and it's like tilted, the whole thing. And it's like me like playing Call of Duty. Like I'd do COD edits, you know, montage edits. I put music, my favorite songs over it, and I'd cut it in time. I thought that shit was sick. I love it. It's still sick. Anyone does that stuff?
Do you still have the videos?
I've got them. Yeah, I've got them.
Are they up?
Yeah.
They're private.
No, they're private. They're private. In fact, actually, the first channel that I have, my mate, not to put you on blast, he actually accidentally deleted them.
The channel?
Yeah. No, not the channel. He deleted the videos.
Oh, shit.
He didn't understand that you could private the videos. He thought, I want to get them off a channel, and he deleted them. So there's some of them are lost, but some of the original first ones, I have them on a hard drive. I do, yeah.
Damn,
so one day I'll post it.
them,
I'm gonna re-upload. One day I will, like April Fool's or something. I'll go, guys, new videos coming out, and it's a COD montage from 2009. You know. With E-double or something on it. But dude, it was actually, started with all that. I did that. I did Minecraft videos. I got one with a kid like this. Hey guys. And my name was Codfish back then. Always, my name was Dart_Codfish, right?
Damn.
So I don't know. It's just a gamer tag I made for PlayStation. So that was always my name. So it's, hey guys, me Codfish, and I'm playing Minecraft, and that's what I'm doing. And I got a texture pack on, and this is what I got, and I built this house. So this year I've got videos of this stuff, and I did that for years. And of course, to no avail, it didn't go anywhere. You know, I got no views. I used to sit in class, and I remember in year 9, I'll never forget, we got given laptops in class, and I would just, and instead of doing, a lot of time what I should be doing, I'm just like refreshing my own YouTube videos, putting views on it. So because I wanted to see it get 100 views. So I'd sit and then I get 100, but I got 100 views. Check it out. See my video? 100 people watch this.
Oh, anyway. 0 comments. Oh, weird.
Weird, yeah. No, yeah, true. True, it didn't look legit. But anyway, long story short, I did that for ages, and then I was making COD videos, and then I fell into beatboxing hard, like big time, completely obsessed with it. And in that, it was just one of those logical things, where it's like you have two passions. I love YouTube, I love editing videos, and I love beatboxing, and just smash it together. I actually at this time, initially I was beatboxing, and I would just beatbox on games and with a headset, and I found other beatboxers through chance. That's how I met, I randomly meet. I remember this one guy, Jokers with 3 Z's. If you're watching this, big up to you, bro. That's like my first beatbox friend.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I still got him added on my PS3. I was just reminiscing, I had a nostalgia moment. I plugged in my old PlayStation. I saw him like, oh, there he is. Yeah. But we just jammed and all that. And I remember I once came across a So Close to Toast video. Do you know So Close to Toast? Yeah. For those who don't know, he made these beatbox funny moments videos where he would go on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So this is like the peak era when this has changed now, but there was like a culture in gaming where everyone would be on a mic in a public chat. That was like a normal thing back then. It's not so normal anymore, but people in Discord servers now, but you would be on voice in the game, and everyone would talk and everyone would hang out, and then he would just go beatbox and film the reactions. You know what I mean? And I thought that was awesome, and I was obsessed with it. I liked his style as well. His beatbox style did influence me. I think that's something that I probably never really said publicly, but
damn, So Close to Toast.
Yeah, that's 100% true. But he had a vocal style. You know what I mean? Very vocal, predominant style, and he used his voice in very creative ways, and it inspired me. And I remember watching him, and I was like, I'm actually already doing what he's doing. I just don't film it. You know what I mean? I didn't think to film it. He sparked the idea. I'm like, I'm going to do it too. And I just straight up copied his shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to do, of course not his beatboxing, but the idea of beatboxing on games. Like, I'm going to make funny moments of that too. And
damn.
So I did that, and then,
You know, he also did beatbox reactions
yeah, hey,
before me.
oh yeah, true, yeah, that's true.
Damn, so close to
so
toast.
close to toast.
Damn,
What a G.
thank you for
was he
that.
Doing that. Was he doing that before you as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a G.
It was like back. I remember back in the day. It was like when we started doing reactions in like 2020. Like Dilo had some reactions.
Yeah.
And So Close to Toast, but that was it.
Wow.
And then we were like, okay, Dilo just did like his battles.
Right.
He was not like nowadays that he puts out a lot of content.
Yeah.
And we were like, actually, it would be so interesting to have like actual beatboxes, like reacting and then
Yes.
like explaining what is happening, what is
Yes.
good, what is bad. And then we started like this, but
Yeah.
also because So Close to Toast already did reactions. And we're
Yes.
like, for me back in the day, I didn't know him, but I knew he was not like a competitive beatboxer who's like knowing so much about the scene. So
Yes.
we want to bring like this side to reactions. So, but basically, yeah, he's like crazy.
He's a progenitor.
Inspiration to me and you.
Yeah, and me. Big ups. Thank you. So Close to Toast. Yeah. And anyway, I was just so totally surprised. It was one of those things where I started doing those reaction videos and it just took off. You know what I mean? It was just.
Was it quick?
It's one of those magic things. It actually, and that was what was funny was like, it actually was fun. When I look back, it doesn't feel, when you're young, a year feels like a long time. You know what I mean? It's like that, mathematical thing. A year, from 15 to 16, a year is a 15th of your year, of your life, sorry. But anyway, it feels so much shorter now. But yeah, it actually was incredibly fast. In fact, I think, I think I hit 100K within a matter of like a couple of years, probably 2 years or something.
Yeah,
I
back
got
in the
100,
day,
yeah.
100K was
It was
crazy.
big back then. Yeah, that was much bigger back then. Yeah, that
Before
was big.
shorts.
Yes, before shorts, pre-shorts, dude.
Yeah.
Like 1 million was like unbelievable back then. Like it was crazy. But anyway, yeah, it took off and I didn't expect it. It's one of those things where when you're doing something pure, there's those you can't buy those moments in life where you're not overthinking it. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the most special things. That's why I think you see a lot of what's that word? You see a lot of what is that? A lot of people are so prolific. That's the word. A lot of people are very prolific when they're young.
Big
I
word.
think big word.
I don't know.
I had to load that one up. Prolific mean like you're very productive, super productive, and you come with a lot of inventive ideas and all that.
Oh, yeah.
When you're young, because you don't overthink it. I'm not overthinking. I'm just thinking this video is this is sick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm putting this in.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool.
cool. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting that in. I did no thought of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just took off. And of course, I was so lucky. There's luck involved in everyone's story. I was just lucky that I was born at that time. Call of Duty was popular at that time. You know what I mean? Reaction videos, that was popular at that time.
Yeah.
I had a laptop. I could, I had what I needed. You know what I mean? And I went for it. You know what I mean?
But also, like at that time, not a lot of people did reaction videos like this.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Or like also, with the font and everything, how he did it,
yeah.
it was so like still good content actually.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. That's a style of content, but yeah, you could still, it still does. I still post clips of old stuff, and they still go. You know what I mean? They have, there's a wholesomeness to it. I think, which is sick. But no, it was awesome. It's one of those things where like I just can't believe a lot of the time, especially between that period of like 2016 to 2019 and all that, I would like wake up and I'd be like, I don't even know how I got here. I'm like back at GBB. I'm like, I don't even know how this happened so fast. Like it's just the most miraculous things ever happened. That like there's all these other people in the world, because I felt so alone down in Australia for so long as well. I thought I was like the only beatboxer in Australia. Like I had no idea. I thought it was just me and Joel Turner.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me and Joel Turner. And then all of a sudden I meet everyone and it's a whole world. It's so special, man. I love beatbox.
Actually, you got a good community in Australia. Like,
we
shout
do.
out. I was there in, when was it, 2018?
Yeah.
Met everyone, was so cool.
Yeah, cool, right.
And
so
you got
cool.
these legends like Tom Thumb.
Yes, Tom Thumb.
And
G.
Joel Turner. I mean,
Joel
I
Turner.
started because of Joel Turner.
Did
so,
you? No way.
I saw him like performing in Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
What
I
up,
remember it.
Sydney?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the most incredible thing. Shut him up on my.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, damn, that's actually the most incredible thing.
Yeah, it is.
Get ready for the most exciting thing you've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth.
And then I found like row beat and everything. And I think also in the beginning, like when I started, 2007, there were like 20 beatbox videos on YouTube. You type in beatbox and then there's like one page and half a page. That's when I started beatboxing.
Crazy. Wow.
I had like this video of Joel Turner, like 2 videos of row beat, and 1 video of Faith SFX. Like back in the day, he was like such a big legend.
No Diggity. Well, didn't he do No Diggity? Was it No Diggity?
No, he did like
song was
My
it?
Pony.
My Pony,
Genuine.
that was it. Not My No Diggity.
And
My
like
Pony. That's right. Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's magic. And like 4 or 5 videos on my MP3 player back in the day, just listening all day. And Razel, like if you're
Razel,
only knew.
of course.
Damn, I was like listening to these videos all over again and just pretending to.
Yes.
If you're and then back in the day there were no tutorials or something, so I was like imagining how he could do that and trying bass line and drop bass. But yeah, that was like golden time. So when you were there, there were already like so many pages of crazy videos.
Yes, there were. And there are tutorials. But even then it was still small to the point where like if you watch one tutorial, you recognize all the names of the accounts that are commenting, you know what I mean, as the other tutorial, because it was still the same. It was like there was a few thousand people, but it's all the same few thousand people. Yes. You would just see and you'd know everybody, you know, and go like everyone's comments and stuff. And
it's also funny, the other day, shout out to, I don't know if you know him, Ghost Beatbox. He's like an American beatboxer.
I know that name.
Who starts like doing like super detailed videos about the American beatbox scene, and it's so interesting.
Is it good?
And he's like a super nerd when it comes to American beatbox.
Right.
And like then he posted a picture of 2015 World Champs from like the crowd, and basically everyone in the crowd. It's like 20 people. It's like Hershey, Honeycomb, Pancakes.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. I mean, I was not in the photo, but I don't know. I stand in front of it with Peponi and whatever. It's like the entire crowd. All of them were becoming like beatboxers or famous beatboxers or like beatboxers in the scene. So like the scene was pretty small, but we all came together like once a year or one time every 2 years.
Yeah. Isn't it special? Yeah, it's so special. Like if you go back and watch like those random jamming videos, like there's some video on Swiss Beatbox, a really old one where they're all in a bathroom. Who's in there? Like Slizzer's in there, Reaps is in there, Skilla I think is there.
Oh my god, that video's so good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That video's sick.
Every day in my mind.
Yeah. Does it mean
I love you?
I love that routine.
Oh my god. And then that video, Slizzer did that. Then Reeps one did like the first time doing a pause during a routine.
Yeah, right.
Remember? It was like and holding the pause,
right,
and then coming back in, and everyone was like losing their shit. And then Skilla was all of a sudden in a completely new style. Like it was like the new Skilla. This. I was like, what is this video?
Dude.
And then I think FAB was there or something. I don't know.
It's like hard to describe, but like this is how it feels, and this is what it is. It's like if you like get all like, I don't know, you get like Biggie Smalls and Tupac and like all these legendary old school hip hop guys, but there's a video of them all in a bathroom in like in 1982. That's what it's like. Yeah. It's like all the progenitors are literally there. You know what I mean? And the amount of creativity is amazing.
I remember like in 2009. I was 15. I was beatboxing for like 2 years, and like I was the biggest beatbox fan ever. Like, and I knew all the beatboxers. And then the Beatbox World Champs came around in Berlin, so it was I'm in my city. And then
how good's that?
Peponi was back in the day. You didn't have a smartphone or anything. Peponi was like, "Yo, can you pick me up from the airport?" Because like there's no Google Maps, and Berlin is quite a big, complicated city. I was like, for sure. I mean, I wrote to Peponi maybe 6-7 times on MSN or whatever.
No way.
Picked him up from the airport and his mother. We came to the hostel. Bilo was like, "Yo, what up?"
Whoa.
I have a pass because I was 15. I was not allowed. I think it's 15 years ago. No one cares.
Yeah. Don't call the
20
police.
years ago. Damn.
Yeah.
So he was like, I have a pass so I can just go as an artist in because otherwise legally I wasn't allowed, I think. And then we came to the hostel, and before that I met like 1 or 2 very, very bad beatboxers. Right. Never any beatboxer. Came in the room. There was like Reeps one, Skilla, Darnie. And for me, it was really like,
dude,
the most famous people you can imagine. There's like Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Whatever, like Elon
Michael
Musk
Jackson's
and Michael Jackson, the craziest people you would ever see in your life. All in one room. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I know exactly how you feel.
Then I had back in the day this zipper like it was like super loud. And then Peponi did a video, and then everyone stand around me watching like, how do you do that?
How'd you do that? Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh my god.
Dude.
Again.
It was such like, I will never forget this, such a crazy moment.
That's
and
awesome.
Then, the first time you meet like all these faces, from the internet.
Oh yeah.
So what was your first then international event? Was the GBB?
Yeah, 2017 GBB.
Damn.
I went to 2017, went to watch that. That was a good year. Yeah, I remember I wanted to try the 7 to Smoke, and I just wanted to go see it all. I wanted to go meet everybody, and And I watched of course Napalm, and Hiss and Barbie and Alexinho's first 2H. Saw that?
Oh my
live.
God.
Dude. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget. And you have those burned into your mind memories. I'll never forget when Alexinho did that count at a 2H and he like turned to face the crowd and he leaned over, and I remember you could barely see him. I was just seeing Alexinho flicker because everyone was jumping so high. You're just seeing Alexinho go and everyone's going jumping out and you can barely see him. I'll never forget that. Everyone went absolutely off them. It was actually amazing. And 2H is round, bro.
Damn.
3, 2, 1.
That's
so
fucking amazing.
Futuristic.
Yeah, it is.
So like this style is like nowadays like half of the beatbox style that is doing that. Is that what 2H did?
Yes.
Like everything that's now like what makes Juilliard art so special. It's all these power sounds and even collabs and river.
Yes.
Like all these things come from.
Yeah. And he's come up with it. And another thing, that's right. That's an underrated point. I never see that. See, that's right. There's not enough beatbox content like this, you know what I mean? To speak about it because, it's so big now and there's so many influences. But again, another person that like influenced everyone is obviously 2H and influenced me a lot as well. Yeah. Because he came up with so much stuff that again has no other origin. He just invented so much, so many sounds and a style. He inspired me a lot in the way of just being being yourself, really, in the most important way possible. Of just like he really seemed like he had no criteria in his mind when he beatboxed. He just was 2H. Yeah. When you go on stage, it's like Barbly as well. When you go up, you just see Barbly. You know what I mean? You don't see anyone no one's trying to impress anybody or say I can do this and I can do that. That's just who they are. I think that's the most special thing. Yeah, it's so special.
Oh my God, it was so unique. Yeah, and so like powerful and good. Yeah, and then like I remember him. I think he was at World Champs 2009 or 12 or whatever, and he was like this super freaky guy with like long hair. Yes, and then he went to military. Yeah, was like, you didn't hear from him. Of him in then he had the video. And it was like 6 minutes of completely crazy. Half of the stuff was sounds that were never heard before. New combos, everything was like, and so much power. Yeah, and he went like. He didn't stop. It's like not a 90-second routine. It's like 6 minutes of complete, like, gentlemen.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
I was like, he's become even more of a weapon over in the military. Yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe that's the secret to the Korean. Wing was also military.
Was he? There you go.
Yeah. But he was like a military musician or something.
Or was he? Oh, really?
So
what?
Really? Yeah. They had like a military band, and he was like beatboxing in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And Huckle was there as well, I think.
Was he? Yeah.
This wasn't.
I'm pretty sure there's mandatory service there.
Yeah,
is that
2
right?
years.
Yeah, 2 years. Wow.
That's so crazy.
That's incredible, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. And then, it's funny. Like, I always felt also like 2 years is such a long time. Yes. And when I was like, no, Wing is going to military for 2 years. That's over. Yeah. His career's over.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. It's like, and then you're like, okay, actually 2 years is not so long.
No, it ain't. No, that's
when you look back, it's like,
that's right. I mean, when you got a style and you got your own flavor, it's not. It's not.
And if you just keep like practicing and becoming better. Oh shit!
Excuse me, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. Quick cut.
That was in time.
That was in time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, let's go. Somebody's got to get a bit of beatbox out, you think?
Yeah. I would say one thing I wanted to still continue on.
Yeah.
Because like from like you being like a probably just become an adult when you became like when YouTube started to go off?
Yeah.
How old were you at that time?
I was 15 when I started doing the COD lobbies videos, and it started to get popular really towards the end of that year. So 16 was when it started to get like quite a lot of views.
So then also probably like a little bit of money.
A little bit of money. Yep, that's right. I remember that age. That was very fortunate. I remember like my friends are starting to get jobs and stuff, and I was making a tiny bit of money from YouTube. And I was like, I wonder if it's possible. You know what I mean? But again, you're not thinking career. Especially when you're young, you don't think in those terms so much. But
and also then you get like 20 euros. Like
no, I remember now.
Damn.
On that note, I remember because like, you know, for me as a kid, it was like Christmas and birthday. Like, you know, that's when you get. For me, it was all about video games. So like, you value a video game. Birthday, you got to pick the right game. That's the game I got till Christmas, right? So then Christmas was right after the Call of Duties would come out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that was my thing. But I remember I was like, I'm breaking the cycle. One time I would get in checks. I remember my first YouTube check was $11 US, by the way. US. So big money.
So it's like $7 Australian.
Yeah. 7,000 Australian. No, but I remember I was like, I'm going to keep these up. And I remember I bought Call of Duty on the release date instead of waiting for Christmas. I was like,
damn,
mate, I broke the cycle.
Baller.
Bro, baller. I'm on fire, bro. I walk right in there. I'm like, dude, give me that one. You know what I mean? My own money. I got it. It was sick. But no, it was amazing.
So it was like becoming kind of your job during that time.
Yes, it was. Yeah. And then by the time, it was full on. By the time I finished high school, you know, it was. I don't know when I actually hit 1 million subs at World Beatbox Camp in 2018.
I remember that.
There's a video.
Like partying.
Yeah, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
I remember actually. Yeah, of course you were. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing how it blew up. But
that was after your win, right? Or no, before? The year before your win. Or
no, I think that was after. I think was it before? No, I think
you were there. Like there were two. Basically, there were 3 camps, but you've been to all 3.
No, it was the one. It was the second one. It was.
Yeah.
I believe it was the second one. I think.
Yeah. These camps were like also special.
Sick.
Oh my god, that was probably the best beatbox event ever.
Oh, it was amazing.
Because like, I mean, GBB is GBB, and like people like the beatbox is cool, but the camp was like, there was no competition. We were all just hanging out for 10 days.
Yeah.
Everyone was teaching their secrets.
Yes.
Like it was literally Gene teaching you how to do a musical routine. Basically, like even you teaching how to battle. Like after winning the biggest battle, then you did a class, Dilo did a class.
Yeah.
Barry One did a class on being, MB14 did a class, Sauro did a class. Was basically like the craziest Avengers endgame beatboxers.
It was.
Come together to teach everything they know.
It was so cool. Again, nothing you wouldn't get that in any other genre. You know what I mean? You can't get everyone together. But literally, it was actually, it was Avengers. Everyone was in the same place. It was like being in like a fairy tale land, really. It was like, it wasn't even real. It was actually totally amazing.
And you could like literally ask everyone. Like back in the day, I was also like, I'm still like such a big beatbox nerd. And for me, just going to like Sauro and like, yo, which effect did you use?
Yes.
In like 2 minutes on that routine. And he was like, slicer, 3, and he showed me the exact thing. I was like, oh my, like,
unbelievable.
Damn, like,
dude, isn't that cool?
Like just looking behind the matrix or whatever.
Yeah.
And like also, I remember your class, one thing from your class, which inspired me a lot. You were talking about how you plan battles and that your plan is to go really, really hard on elimination to like get the crowd loving you and get like the whole momentum behind you.
Yes.
Is that still a thing? Would you still do the same? Or?
Yes, I would. Yeah. That's a philosophy, you know. People have different approaches, but it's I think it's an underlying philosophy for everything, you know, and it's not wrong or right. It's just a way of going about it. But, you know, I think it comes from a place of belief. You believe in yourself. I think people hold themselves back, like, oh, I'll save my best routine for this, or I'll save my best routine for that. But I think if your attitude is always 100%, you're forcing yourself to evolve. You know what I mean? Think of it like a video game. You know what I mean? I think there's really no point to holding back. You know, if you think of it in bigger picture, I think, you know, you shouldn't go into a battle just thinking about just that battle. You know, think about all your battles. You know what I mean? Think in that kind of way. You'll push yourself, because if you empty the tank right now, you're going to feel a need to fill it back up. You know what I mean? And to top yourself. To be better than last time. But yeah, that philosophical point is just a point about, you know, the momentum of the crowd and showing a dedication to the music and all that. And I think the crowd recognizes that and they go on your side, and that's its own, you know, element. I think if you under deliver, you're not being at your best. I think the crowd can feel that. You know what I mean? I think people do that on purpose, but I don't think that works. You know, I don't think it works too well.
And also, I mean, I get like Dilo doing it because he has so many crazy routines and he knows exactly like, okay, this is good enough.
Yes.
Well, it's D-Lo, you know?
That's true.
Like
That's
there's
true.
a lot of other beatboxers, like even like at German Champs, I told some, they were like, yeah, like I get to the next round and then I know my crazy stuff. I'm like, don't be too sure.
Yeah.
Like there's been so many battles where people were like, wow, actually I could have done
Yes.
my crazy, like take Inertia, this GBB.
Yes.
He had the wildcard routine. He did it in the 7 to Smoke and became first place.
Yeah.
First place 7 to Smoke is like that elimination is even crazier than GBB.
Yes.
Because everyone only has 1 minute and there's 100 people.
It's crazy.
To stand out there is crazy. And if he would have done that routine in his elimination, he would have been top 8. And then the whole table would have been open again.
Yes, true. True.
So I think, even like at that level, it's always a good idea, like you said, do your good routine, have a crazy elimination. Also, like if you think career-wise, having this good elimination video is so much better than having a good battle video when you want to get booked for shows.
True.
Because you have this video where like 2 minutes, you on stage, the crowd goes crazy.
Yes.
So much better than, I've got this cool battle with this other guy.
Yes,
you know, like, and imagine me alone on stage. But no, you have a video of yourself.
You have a video,
alone on stage.
True, it's a portfolio. It's true.
So,
that's true. Yeah, I think but again, I think it's the most important thing is the underlying sort of ideology behind it, you know, which is like if you're always willing to give everything to the music, you know, you sort of serve the music first. I think that produces the best performances. You know what I mean? Because there's intangibles. I try not to think in that kind of way, like, because it's not like that's kind of a sport kind of mentality. Again, you can get away with it, obviously, if you're good enough, but that kind of mentality of like, oh, I'll place this here and place this there. I feel like what's more important is, you know, what comes from your heart. That's what comes through, because you can do a routine. Like I can film, you know, like any beatbox can, I'm sure you can relate. If I film right now, me doing a routine, a song every day for 10 days, there'll be one of those days that was, I think, a bit more special. You know, there's that intangible. You're doing the same sound, you're doing the same pattern, everything's 100%. The same. But there's that time, I think, trying to align in that kind of way. What's, you know, with your spirit, you know what I mean, or your subconscious, or whatever you believe. You know, I think that's the most important thing.
100%.
Yeah.
I have always also a question, because then, I mean, going back in time again, you then became GBB champ.
Yeah.
Out of your first international battle.
Yeah.
Like, how did that feel? Like, how was that moment?
Yeah.
Winning against D-Lo.
Yeah, crazy.
The only D-Lo lose.
Yeah, is it his only loss?
I think, like, on GBB stage or whatever.
I wouldn't expect that he would have lost many times. You know, I wouldn't have expected that. But I mean, how was it? I mean, it was a total surprise. I mean, I remember going. I remember being in the plane on the way there, and I was thinking to myself, if I can make top 8, this is a victory for me. That's what I thought. That was my whole mentality. That was the challenge for me. I was thinking much more, you know, in humble terms. You know, I wasn't even thinking about winning. Yeah. I was focused on the music. You know, I mean, I think that's sort of the through line that got me there. Ironically, it's one of those things. Ironically, when you're dedicated, you know, and you have a genuine passion, it's not trying too hard that actually produces the best performance. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was really focused. The whole mantra of that whole year, and you know, continues to be, you know, my philosophy is, you know, serve the music first. It all comes from the music. You know what I mean? Everything comes from it. You know, it's like to serve something above yourself in a way, and that's all. I was focused on doing the routines, and somehow I kept winning. You know what I mean? I remember, I won. I got in the elim, I got through. I was like, oh my god, I did it! And then I did the battle, and I was like, I was already happy going to the top 8. I was like, I made top 8. I get to, you know, I get to second video. You know, I get to be in another video. You know what I mean? I get to be on stage more. I just was happy to be on stage more. I get stage time, because so many times, you know, I'd lost battles before. It sucks when you prepared really hard and you lose in top 8, or you lose in the elim. You're like, I prepared all this stuff, I don't get to even do it. Yeah. So I was just happy to do it, you know, and somehow, you know, I won it.
And then who was your first battle, quarterfinal?
HS.
HS, yeah,
I think it was HS. Yeah. Then Bartigo, and then Dan. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. HS did a good wildcard recently.
Yeah.
Far out.
HS is such an underrated beatboxer.
Yeah, he is.
It's crazy. Yeah. And also live, he has so much power and is so unique.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And then, I mean, how old were you at that time?
Just turned 20. Yeah.
Okay, so like, was at that time already clear for you that you're probably not gonna take a normal life path, get a real, because you didn't have didn't go to uni, or
that's right.
Didn't get a real job.
Yeah, no, I was full. Yeah, I was going for it. I mean, I was like, if I've seen that it's possible, you know, because the YouTube at that time was already quite big because of the gaming videos. You know what I mean? I was like, I believe I can keep it going. You know, so yeah, it was a dream come true. I was fully had discovered my passion, and that's a fortunate thing to find your passion young. And a lot of beatboxers, we have that, which is a very special thing. I think as you get older, you realize how special that is to find actually, like, 'cause a lot of people struggle with that in life, you know. And I was lucky to have found what I loved, and I was like, and I still feel the same way. Like, there's so much unexplored. Beatbox is so new, it's totally unexplored.
Yeah.
It's totally like, I feel like we're still doing things, laying stuff down on recording is still very profound, just in a more fundamental way than the rest of the music world. And that a lot of stuff you'll do has actually never been done before, even on record. You know what I mean? Which is quite astounding. So it's just so exciting being a beatboxer.
It's crazy. Like you can still like nearly every beatboxer has like a sound he invented.
Yes.
Imagine
right.
that. Like
that's right.
Probably no person ever did this. Like what?
It is crazy. It is. That's the special. Like, it's got a whole nother mechanical element in that. We invent the instruments. We're doing. Yeah. Because you can almost look at sound. I look at sounds as instruments individually. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of beatboxers do. Yeah. Because you have to tune them, you have to refine them, you have to be able to pitch them, you have to be able to keep them in. You know, you have to be able to actually execute them quickly. And so if you treat all these instruments, you have to build all your instruments. That's so fascinating. Imagine being a guitarist where you build your guitar. You know what I mean? And you're constantly it's just fascinating.
You build like, today I learned the E.
Yeah.
Man, practicing 8 months to do the E really good.
Yeah, I got this E down. Yeah, and then let's try F sharp. You know? We can go E to F sharp. Yeah.
It's also crazy when like you're more mature, you think about how long it takes to really get a sound down.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my God, I can do inward bass.
Yeah. You can do it. But
like you're doing it on stage in a routine.
Yes.
Consistently.
Yes.
And then that sounds like you learn from other people. When you invent sounds, sometimes I don't know if you had that, and then, like you have to figure out what that sound actually is.
Yes, that's right. So I remember one of the sounds that I'm known for now is the lip roll, this thing, right? I remember that was a total accident. That was me trying to copy Napalm. Yeah. It was I was trying to copy Napalm's flap sound. You know that?
The slow one.
He does this like thing, and I couldn't get it right, and I got that, and I was like, that's weird, and I just got obsessed with it. It was like people say now, like a vocal stem sound. I liked the sound of it.
Yeah.
I was just doing it, and I started doing percussively, and it developed, and I realized I could pitch it, and over time it started to come into tune.
And then that probably took like years.
Yeah,
for
it
you
did.
to just do it then.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it took a couple of years. I think a good 2 years before it was actually like sounded okay to me. And
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this with the.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah.
I don't know how I figured it out, and then Marvin was like, "Do that sound more."
Yeah.
I was like then playing around, and I found out with the TK and found out this.
Wow.
Put that until this day. I never met anyone who could do it.
Yeah. I've never even seen that before. I think I've seen you do it, but I've never seen anyone else do it.
I was like, damn. So, and that's crazy. Like, I'm the first person maybe ever to do this.
To do that, yeah. Isn't that just
weird a new vocal sound?
Yeah. It's amazing.
And like so many beatbox, like, they have that.
Yeah. Isn't that freaky? It's amazing. And also just thinking about, I would always get overwhelmed by the idea of like, we're discovering things that already exist. Like how does vibration bass exist, and why is it in a harmony? How does that even work? Someone who understands, physiology and all has to explain that. Because why isn't it dissonant?
Yeah.
Because there's so many more frequencies it could have been that it'd be totally dissonant and ugly, but it's actually has a fifth harmony, right?
Yeah.
Just built into it. How? And throw bass, it's an octave, right?
Yeah.
So how is that? Why is it perfect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a mystery because it's not commonly done. You can't really give evolutional, you can't, what's that theory? Evolutionary theory. You can't apply that to it.
But
because
I feel
not
like
everyone
that's
does
like
it.
physics.
Yeah, yes.
I
think there is.
Like when you have like a guitar side and you press exactly in the middle, it's like an octave.
Right.
And if you press again in the middle, it's like a fifth.
Right.
So like this. But it's the voice, whatever. Like, why is it not closing here and not here? Like, it could be like... And if it's like a 6 or whatever, it would sound really weird.
Yeah. Yes, it would. So why is it a fifth and it's all musical? It's just so fascinating, such a mystery. To me, it's magic. I think it's why I say beatbox is magic.
Music in general. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know? You know Jacob Collier probably.
Yes.
But when I listen to him, also like talking about harmony and music, I'm like, damn,
it's amazing.
Like, there's so much stuff still to discover.
Oh yeah. So much knowledge. No, it's totally amazing. Totally.
Yeah. And one thing I also wanted to like ask going back because I think a lot of young people who want to get into beatboxing, big hurdles probably like their family and friends saying like, bro, do something real, whatever. I mean, I had the same. I remember when I finished school and I was like pretty good in like high school, like it's super good marks. And I was like, what do you want to become a doctor or whatever? And then I still didn't know. Actually, at that time, everyone told me, don't do your hobby as a job because then you will hate your hobby.
Right.
But then, so I studied IT science, blah, 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 and then, but during the studies, I started with beatbox, and then like the whole thing developed. So I never had a real job.
Yeah, dude, awesome, dude. Let's go.
So but then of course, like my mom is like was going crazy when she was like, "You're not doing a master's degree. You know, you're throwing your life away."
Yeah.
So how was that for you? And like, how can you encourage young people to maybe do it or not do it? I don't know.
Yeah. Do it or not do it. Yeah. That's one of those things. Yeah, it's fascinating to talk about because I mean, my experience was pretty much what everyone's was like. Parents would be like, "Oh, that's cool what you're doing, but like get better grades." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you got to do this. This is reliable and real. And a lot of the time you can't judge because a lot of times your loved ones will say that to you, and they actually just care about you. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they're saying it. They want you to have something reliable. Boo. Yeah, boo. Fuck that, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck that. They suck. They're dumb. Fuck them. No. But they care about you and stuff. So don't be hateful towards them for that because they care about you. Often it comes from a loving place. But of course, you're going against the grain. You got to follow your passion. For me, in my experience, I was just too inspired and too passionate to really be stopped. You know what I mean? I couldn't even stop if I wanted to. So I just went all the way and it happened to work out for me. I'd say for general people, I'd say for general people who are not, they already have existing careers in some kind of way and you're just following your passion. I'd say, believe in yourself, believe in your own passion, believe in your instincts. I believe they're much older, than we are. You know what I mean? Our own minds. And so do what you love. Do it as best you can, you know what I mean? But you always want to have a level of sensibility, you know what I mean? You don't want to be destructive to yourself, but I'd say specifically when you're young, because that's when you can, you can take a risk, when you're young. I'd say follow your passions, go all the way, you know what I mean? And because you'll never regret trying your best. That's what's most important, I think. That's the advice I would give is if you're going to do it, go all the way, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because you'll never regret as long as you can sit back, whether it worked or it didn't. If you can sit back with yourself when you're older and say, look, I gave it my best, you'll have no regrets. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So,
and also when you're young, as you said, like 1 year feels like a lot.
Yes.
But actually like taking a year or two off to really find out about what you want to do in your life.
Special.
Because a lot of people, like, I don't know, in Germany, they start studying something because after school you have to study something and then they study like physics for 2 years and they're like, actually, I don't like it.
Yes.
So they then start whatever.
Yes.
Economics or
that's right.
So, and then, but then they needed the 2 years to really find out that they don't want it. So it was important.
That's right.
To do it. And with doing beatbox and music, if you go for 2 years and really like, okay, I really want to make this my career.
Yeah.
And then also try it. Don't like sleep until 2 p.m. and do nothing.
Yes.
So you have to like, especially in beatboxing or in social media or whatever, you have to really give it your best. Like you have to work.
Yes.
And if you really work and it, actually, I think if you really work and give it your best, it will always work.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something to that. It's like it'll either always. I know what you mean. I actually agree with you. It'll always work because it'll either work, as in you'll get what you want, or it'll lead you to where you need to have gone anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I agree. I think that's, and the last point I say on that, I agree with you 100%. Is I think action. People get. I think the worst thing to do, which is very common, is being stuck in thought. I think thought can be a killer for you. You know what I mean? If you're sitting down, what if I go being stuck in inaction, or what if I do this? What if I do this? And instead of going deep into either path of action, like studying really hard or beatboxing really hard, or you want to do both at the same time, you're going to try and do both, whatever your instinct is, to be stuck in the middle and not actually dedicate yourself. And as you said, like just sleeping in and being lousy and being frozen by all the possibilities, that sort of feeling where you're just thinking about possibilities instead of actually doing anything.
Yeah.
That's the killer. That's where it's bad. I think action is the answer. So follow your instincts and go, let it lead to action. That's where your truth, it'll lead you where you got to go. You know what I mean?
And also like get mentors.
Yeah.
It's like you said, having Reeps one as a mentor, and
yes,
you don't need to know the person to have him as a mentor.
That's right.
That's right. And also you can get to know people pretty easily. That's also something. Yes. If you want to, like, you're doing lessons as well, right?
Yes.
So if people want to talk to you for an hour and just say, can you help me become a famous beatboxer? You'll be like, yes.
Absolutely, of course.
And also like an event like German Champs or whatever, I'm here. If someone wants to come to me and ask, yo, I want to make it in content, do you have any ideas? Yes, I have a billion ideas. Like, doing this for 8 years.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Especially in the beatbox scene, it's not like the people are not too far away. You can always get in touch with them and talk to them and ask them questions. And then like Haiwa Toasty was there yesterday.
Yes.
And he's like 19. He came from the States to this battle and he was like, so like focused on
Yes.
beatbox. I was like, I want to make this. I want to become GBB champ. I want to even go beyond and change beatbox for the better. I was like, damn, nice. And he was
awesome.
like asking me questions. I was like, exactly. That's
Yes.
how you do it.
That's how it's done. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
And there's already so many role models, like especially in beatbox now, that you can follow. Like you can be, even if you don't know in the beginning what you want to do, you can be like, okay, maybe I try going the wing route and becoming like a super crazy artist, or
Yes.
go the Shazam route and do like content, or the
Yes.
Jacob route and do
Yeah.
like beatbox style, but more other content.
Yes.
Or be the Tarash round and be
Yes.
like super producer.
Yes.
Be
Yes.
like the Codfish round, do
Yes.
like everything.
Yes. You're right. Yeah.
Or the dealer round and become like the best beatboxer,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many role models that you can follow also for a while and just try out. Like
Yeah.
try doing a beatbox routine, see how you like it.
Yeah.
Try doing a reaction video. I don't know, see how you like it.
Yes. And that's exactly right. That's what I was trying to communicate as well, with the idea of action being the answer. That's exactly that thing I find a lot of artists. I think that's true of artists. We tend to be, in your mind a lot, is thinking about all the possibilities. Like, do I want to be this? Do I want to be this? What I found in my experience is the best way to find out what you actually want is to just try it.
Yeah.
That's actually why I went back. When people ask me why I enter GBB again, it was because for a year or two before that, I kept having the question in my head and I didn't know the answer as to, should I do GBB again? I'm
Yeah.
like, actually, the only way I'll answer, you're not getting any younger, is just to do it. So
Yeah.
just do it and find out. That's why it is. And do it and go all the way. And actually, you get your answer. That's how you actually get your answer. You can never really think, you can't think your way into, where you want to be. It
Yeah.
doesn't work, It's like that idea where if you sit in a room and just think all day, it'll start, a leak will start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A bird will fly in,
Yeah.
There'll be shit everywhere. Like, whereas if someone is action, you go for it, you'll keep the house clean. You know what I mean? You'll keep it together.
And then you'll find out. And after like trying 10 things in a year, you'll know so much more about yourself and what you want to do.
That's right.
And I mean, speaking of GBB, how was it?
Yes,
How was it to be back?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was great. It was great to be back. I got my answer, which is that
What's the answer?
the answer is it's awesome. The answer is it's awesome. Yeah, no, it really is. And I came to view as like, what's special about GBB is the one of the many things, but it's the I mean this in a positive way, like the drama. And what I mean by drama is like theater. How big it is. It's such a special platform.
Yeah.
That's what GBB is special. That's what makes it special. It's the way it's presented. You know what I mean? It's the way that we all take it seriously in its own beautiful way. That's what's special. Because if it was all like in a pub somewhere and no one gives, and everyone, people are drinking, go up, do something, and then piss off, it's not special. You know what I mean? It's not dramatic either. You know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't give beatbox a real proper place to shine. That's what made GBB, I think, really special. And what made it so viral was that it gave a presence in the environment, allowed us to take what we do, the right way seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to actually be like, I want to do, this is a place where you do your best. That's why it's special. When you have everyone go up there, when you have people like HS going up, and Dilo going up, and whoever, and Inertia going up, and they're doing their best, that's special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what made it special. So it's actually, the platform is very, very special. And of course, it's the people that make special as well, and that we're all doing our best. I think it's a very, very positive form of competition. We're sharpening each other, and I think it pushes beatbox. It's really, really fun. It's really special.
And also, like, I mean, if you're in there, you take it serious as well. Like when Wing was crying, I was like,
yeah. Well, I
and
get
he's
it.
like the
I
best
get it.
example. He's probably the most successful beatboxer in the world right now.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And he still goes there and tries to sharpen his skill.
That's right.
And he does need it career-wise or whatever.
Yes.
But, like being there, like just for the sport.
That's right.
And like, I want to get this title.
Yeah.
And then crying when it doesn't happen. It's like, oh, damn, that's like so dramatic. But I mean, as a beatboxer, you love it.
Yeah,
to see
I love
like the emotions and everything.
No, I get it. I totally get it. Because, he prepared really hard. When you put a lot of time in anything, it means a lot.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
And will you go back again?
I think I will. Yeah, I think I will.
This year?
Not, I didn't get in this year, but,
this is still like a Oceania or whatever?
No, that's already passed. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I didn't want to do, I wanted to focus more on other creative projects this year since I didn't get in directly. I'm saying since I won't try other elements, but I definitely feel that it's a very special place to push yourself and push your skills. And I definitely value it a lot. So I think, I always like to wait until the moment, to see, where my heart's at, you know what I mean? Because I think that's the most important thing. You got to sort of be aligned about it. But at the moment I'm feeling towards it because I think that passion and pushing your skill in that kind of way, it's priceless. There's nothing else that pushes you quite outside yourself, like doing your own shows, I find, and doing, I don't mean your own shows aside, so just gigs. Because when you're doing your own show, it's all on you, you know what I mean? And you really feel like you have to give the people value. People are paid, their hard-earned money for it. You cannot go up there and fuck that up. Yeah. A gig you can go, and of course you don't want to, but a gig you can mess up, and it's like they're not all there for you. You know what I mean? So it's okay. You don't feel bad about it. If you have your own gig and you fuck it up, you will feel bad about it. So you really want to push yourself. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I think it's a very, very, very important thing. And also, I love the assortment. The other thing I love about GBB, the way I look at it, is it is kind of like a Pokemon sort of thing where everyone has their own character. When you have beatboxers that develop to that level, everyone has so characteristic and different. It's like such a special show. Everyone's their own different character, and you watch that's why I love the structure so much. You watch it, and that's why I believe showing yourself 100% is so important, because you're showing the characters. And then I don't know if you can relate to this. I don't know if I ever externalized this, but I enjoy this aspect. I remember watching 2019 GBB. I'm watching, D-Lo do his Elim. Then I watched Thomas Arcade come out, and they're like totally different styles. And then you think in your mind, what if they collide? What's going to happen? You know what I mean? What if he does that attack? You know what I mean? And that does that, and it's all so exciting, and it makes the moment. You know what I mean? It's like I think of it almost like it's its own version. That drama. It's almost like fighting. I was watching a commentator talking about the UFC and talking about how. It's really the drama and the personalities that make the fight interesting. If you don't know the personalities, you're just watching two guys punch each other's head in. It's not that interesting. But if you know the characters, you know the personalities, you know what they're fighting for and their motivations, that's what makes it special. That's why when you showcase, when you're going out and giving your heart, oh, he's here. He's really coming for it. It's exciting. I love the drama of it. I think it's sick.
I thought about maybe if we could make that even more. Like planning, like in boxing, you're like, on that day, this guy, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua or whatever. How it would be like in next year in GBB, like D-Lo versus Collapse. And it's like everyone knows this battle will happen. They have 4 rounds or whatever. Really like, and prepare for each other for these rounds. That will be such like having like title matches out of GBB. And people really trying. Like needs to be like people who like.
Go full in.
Really take it seriously. Like Collapse and D-Lo. No, I love that. That would be a cool idea. But then of course they're like outsider. And I also get like the not being in a battle anymore for like Collapse or whatever. Because he won it, and then like always there's also this like a lot of pressure. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel like a lot of people have this like I need to be better, and then they stress themselves so much and.
Yeah, that's like a trap as well, which I wanted to sort of dispel that as well by going back to GBB. I think you get in your own way. You got to be careful, but no one's immune. Nobody's immune to hearing something. That's why you got to be careful with you got to be careful with praise, with compliments. Just like people are aware, you got to be careful with negativity. You don't want to hear someone. You don't want to live in a house with someone that constantly tells you you're shit, because eventually, even if you don't believe it, it affects you. Same thing with someone who tells you you're amazing. You know what I mean? If people tell you you're amazing, I think it can build an ego in you, and a disease where you're no longer focusing on the music, you're focusing on yourself. You know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to sort of dispel that and go out and be like, get rid of all that shit. You know what I mean? This idea that like, I think this plagues a lot of people that win, particularly world titles, is this false expectation that they need to be more than themselves. You know what I mean? They need to be, I need to be a world champion, but that's not usually what makes you a world champion. It's you doing your best and,
having fun.
Yeah, and having fun. That's really what it's about. So I wanted to go up there and sort of dispel all that pressure. It even helped me, you know what I mean? To just break the spell and be like, I'm doing as best I can, and it'll either go well or it won't. All you do is show up, you know what I mean? And, that's all it is. So.
And also, like, I don't know if it was GBB the same. Like when I won German champs first time, it was like, oh my God, I won German champs. And then it's like, okay. And then 2 weeks later, it was like, nothing really changed.
No. You're not going back to the throne and the palace.
Your whole life is different. No, you go to the same apartment. You have the same daily problems, whatever.
That's
it's like,
right.
Nothing really changed.
No milk in the fridge.
So then again, it's also not worth it to like stress 10 months and like it's cool to dedicate to a goal.
Yes.
But not like if this doesn't happen, I'm not happy. Then you won't be happy anyway. Or you'll win and you're like, oh my God, like this whole emptiness will come in your life.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and that follows a lot. And you can relate as a champion. Is like that pressure is a really false thing. I think it's a really bad disease, and it's very common. That's what I noticed. You notice a lot of people that win something, they don't enter again. And it's a very old philosophy, and actually, I think it does come from boxing. And that's why I re-entered champs in 2019. It's like a cultural thing where a champion should always defend his title, or at least try. That's what it means. Try and defend your title because you're passing the baton as well. But I think that's not really the reason. The reason is to dispel that false pressure off yourself. You know what I mean? To focus on what's important. You know what I mean? So I tried to I came back and entered, and I did my best. And it didn't go my way, and that's absolutely fine. I'm very glad I did it. You know what I mean? And it pushed me as an artist a lot. That to face that pressure and to realize that it's not really real. It's in your head. You know, that pressure. You know what I mean? How you think about yourself and all that you can get in the way of yourself. That's the number one thing I've learned living as an artist. Since I was 15 now is you got to be careful not get. It's actually you that'll get in your own way. Yeah. That's what stops it. It's you. It's really not really anybody else. It's in your own mind. That's why action, I find it's the only thing I see that reliably works. If you're struck, and I can't swear by it because it's helped me so much in my life. If you're stuck on anything creatively, just do it. Stop saying will I, will not, just do it. Because you're wasting your time. Because the version of you that is sitting there just waiting, he's done nothing. The other version has tried everything, you actually found where you want to be. You know what I mean? So,
and also like you get so much better at everything that you do.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
It's like, I don't know if you watch back to my first reaction. It's like so cringe and low energy and just like, oh my God. But of course, after doing 100 reactions and doing 200 videos, whatever, then you get like into that and you get better. You get better at everything you do. And you can, I don't know, people I think tend to like watch 1,000 tutorials about how to do it instead of just doing it 10 times.
Yes.
Or like, there's also this thing like, Ed Sheeran said it once in an interview, like the best way like he learned songwriting was he was writing 3 songs a day.
Yes.
For like a long time.
Yes.
So, and he said it's more like in the bathroom when you open the water and there's like old house, like brown water coming out, all the shit and everything. And then the clean water comes. But you need to get all the shit out. And it's the same with like beatbox ideas. I think everyone can relate. Like you have discovered the craziest thing. Memo, you record it. Next day you listen to it.
That's right.
Like what?
Yeah.
Okay, but then like out of these 100 ideas, there's actually that is fucking cool.
That's right.
And that's how you with like a lot of stuff you get to this level.
You get to the gold. Yeah.
So I think that's super important.
Yeah. That's why it's like a lot of people ask me for advice on battling, and I find the most painfully simple advice is what's true. That's why I found a lot of things just personally in life. I think a lot of the answers are painfully simple. They're so painfully simple you don't want to admit it. Like what your parents or like old people always tell you that if you want to just focus on like someone who's not an artist sometimes gives the best advice because they're not involved. They just tell you don't think about. Don't play to the crowd. You know what I mean? That's one of the most simple advice. Don't play to the crowd. Follow your instincts. It's actually quite hard to do that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's actually quite a challenge. That's one of the biggest challenges as an artist, is to focus on yourself. That's why I think the same thing with the idea of like getting the brown water out and all that. A lot of people, are thinking about, I need to understand this to do it well. No, you need to do it to do it well.
Yeah.
Performance is the highest form of practice. That's why people ask me, how do you battle? How do you want to battle? I say, if you want to win battles, just battle a lot.
Yeah,
that's really simple. Battle
100%.
a lot. Battle, enter everything. Just enter it all. This it's not a zero-sum game. You're not going to run out of routines. Believe in your own creativity. You'll push yourself. You'll get better. You'll force yourself. You know what I mean, to get better. And when you have no choice, it's a lot of times pressure makes diamonds. That's what makes you step up. Like, for example, for GBB 2018, I think part of the reason I was so calm on stage was because the entire year before that, I'd battled like 4 times. You know what I mean? And it's not just I battled 4 times. I walked up having a beer, having a joke, and every one of those was in my head was GBB. Yeah, every one of those, even if it was just some little thing in a bar. To me, it was GBB. It was full on. I'd prepared to the minute, you know what I mean? So by the time you get to the actual big goal, you notice a relaxation in yourself, you know what I mean? That you can't attain otherwise. Otherwise, you go up there. You know what I mean?
So you are relaxed.
Yeah. Look, enough. I was relaxed enough to get vibration bass. Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, I also feel like that's the same like dub effects. It's like also one of my biggest heroes
Yeah,
when it comes to that. And
Yeah.
he performs tomorrow. So I'm
let's
so
go.
happy about that.
Dude, that's awesome.
And he's like the perfect example. He went to the streets every day.
Yes.
Doing a show every day, even when he was shit in the beginning and he
Yes.
didn't even figure it out how to do everything. He went out, did a show.
Yeah.
And then like after 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shows, he's like, he can go on any stage, any crowd and make it work.
Master.
And I also did a lot of busking back in the day.
Yes.
Like with Grande, and even before that, before I know all the beatbox, I did like beatbox busking and also some like guitar and singing and everything.
Sick.
And it was in the beginning so hard, but then I did so many times. Now when I'm having a normal show or whatever, it's so easy for me. And
Yes.
everyone's like, oh, you're so confident on stage. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I've done this.
Yes,
like,
yes.
so many times.
That's right.
So I think this is a good thing if people just do it, go on stage, do battles, do small battles.
Yes.
That's the coolest thing. Like in Berlin, we have this thing, Beatbox of the Month.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so cool.
So cool.
And even like people from other countries from around Italy or Denmark come here and we battle it out, and it's like 50 people in the room. Half of them are beatbox battlers. So
Yeah.
we just have a good time.
So dope.
It's so cool. Big up to El Grande for organizing that. And
Big
now
up,
Maddox makes the video so everyone can enjoy it.
What a G.
And you get like cool videos of yourself, of a cool performance.
Dude, awesome. So awesome.
And small events like this, like really important. So whenever you have the chance to organize even something small, even in a youth club or a bar or whatever, come together as beatboxers and have fun together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely, right. Dude, I want to ask you a question.
Damn!
You know what? It's my turn to interview.
Flip.
I'm interviewing now. What gave you the motivation to actually do the reaction videos? You said you saw that So Close Toast was doing them, but did you think that could have blown up into where it has now when you did it? No.
I
What was your
remember
thought?
it was, I mean, for me, it was COVID a lot. Like in 2020, I decided to leave Swiss Beatbox because, I was always torn between, Swiss Beatbox was literally a full-time job. Like I did all the posting, a lot of planning, coordinating Sinjo when we need that video, writing all the artists, like probably you too, like we need that thumbnail or whatever. It was like really a lot of work, and I really took it like super, super serious.
Yeah.
And then a while before, we also founded Beatbox Germany. And then when I was in Australia, actually, I decided to leave Beatbox Germany because it was like, I had like Beatbox Germany, Swiss Beatbox, and my solo career that was like back in the...
You were busy, mate.
Yeah, it was too busy. I couldn't even focus on solo.
Yeah.
And then I gave Marvin Beatbox Germany basically to focus on Swiss Beatbox and solo. But still, I felt like my solo is always going in the back direction. And I still, at that moment, I didn't really have like the confidence to be solo.
Right.
Because I think it also takes a lot. Like being, because I don't know. I remember we were filming MB14 with Maddox for the RC 505 tutorials. And like seeing someone like MB14 in front of you, like he's the born star.
Amazing.
He's so funny, entertaining. He can do everything.
Yeah.
And when you like, I was there like, I will never be the guy in front of the camera. But I kind of was like, but I want to try.
Yeah.
I'm good at being behind the camera and coordinating and everything, but I still want to maybe try it, whatever like it takes. And then like 2020 came around, and actually like my career with like gigs started going on. Like I had like 18 and 19, I had like already like business gigs, like playing on like conferences. I had like some people who gave me regular gigs. So I was already living off beatbox without Swiss Beatbox.
Good.
So it was possible, and especially 2020, I had enough gigs lined up, so I didn't need Swiss Beatbox to survive.
Right.
Already in the beginning was 2020, I was like, and I didn't focus on beatbox. Like I focused on Swiss Beatbox, it was just building on the side.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, now or never, stop Swiss Beatbox. And like, I think February or March or whatever, pre-COVID, it decided. And then like all the gigs lined up.
No.
And then like, I think it was like March or April, COVID hit.
Yeah.
Everything stopped. Germany was on a shutdown, like probably everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
I had not a single show the entire year. I didn't make a single euro. And then
That's a nightmare.
that's so fucking crazy. And then, I mean, that time I had like literally 2,000 YouTube subscribers from uploading 4 wildcards or whatever. Like I had I have no following. I had 400 Instagram subscribers or whatever. Like,
Dude.
And then it was like taking the time. I remember meeting Beard in Hanover at Joe Beat's place, and we were like just making a funny video with like things beatboxers don't say or whatever.
Right,
just having fun.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And then like Freedon was here for a while during that time. He was already like TikTok famous because of he's a meme in Germany. I don't know if you know this.
No, what is that?
Like as a kid, he was in a documentary about ADHD people.
Right.
And he was like in this documentary, and one clip of him like having mental breakdown and screaming.
Right.
It's like everyone in Germany knows it.
Right.
It's like a proper
a
meme.
big meme. Big
It's
meme.
like
Wow.
biggest meme. So he's like the ADHD Luca.
Alter, hat mich von 1,50 Meter und Kante runtergeschmissen.
Oh,
And so like, but when that meme TikTok became a thing and this meme blew up again, he had like 300,000, 400,000 followers on TikTok.
wow.
So it was like,
That's
and he was here, we were hanging out and busking a lot, and he was like, yeah, you should also do a TikTok.
Yeah.
Then I started doing a TikTok, whatever, started some things. So yeah, I have the TikTok only because of Freedon. So
Thank you, Freedom.
and then I think I had the idea always like reactions could be cool from someone who is like explaining what is actually happening.
Yes.
Like especially with looping back in the day, like there were no tutorials or whatever. And also because I knew so much behind the scenes stuff because I basically all the beatbox videos from that time, I was there in the room.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I
you're
was
in
at
the room
every
and everything.
event.
I
And
laugh
a lot
all
of
the time about that.
videos you see me in the first row.
Yeah,
Like I knew how it was live, what was really happening, and I was like, it could be super interesting to just talk about it.
Yes.
Then I did one video with Freedon because also there was one battle I had with Freedon that was like super viral on German Champs looping.
Yes,
the
yes, I
semifinal.
remember.
It's like it had a
Super
million
sick.
views.
Yeah, amazing. I remember.
It's like so
I
funny.
remember.
Even then, like when some time I had like some beef with Vocode, I was like, yeah, he's just this looping beatboxer. I was like, what? Like some people saw me as then a looper,
Yeah,
which
right,
is,
yeah.
I mean, not true.
But that round was amazing. I remember.
Yeah, that was such a cool, like super nice battle, super nice video.
Yeah.
And then we were reacting to it, just retelling the story, whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I remember Sin came also at that time because he was studying like 6 hours away from here.
Right.
But he was there like in the summer. I don't know why, like having maybe just hanging out because then nothing was happening. So we were like, you come over for a week, no one has work, no one can do anything.
Yeah.
So we hung out, had a good time, and also filmed like, I think 2 or 3 reactions because we felt maybe it's cool to explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he was basically like also, and at that time he won a GBB wildcard.
Yes. Okay.
And he had like the 3rd place loop wildcard. And everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
He was like coming to the scene out of nowhere, and he wanted to take beatbox serious. And I wanted to take beatbox serious. And we were like, I was living in this place actually.
Yeah.
And one room was free. And I was like, come here, you get the room, let's make something.
Let's go.
And then we started uploading the reactions in September, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, the goal was like, if one day we have like 10K subs, that would be nuts.
Yeah.
It was literally like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then maybe from that, we'll get like 10K subs and maybe like our other stuff get pushed. In the beginning was literally, I can use social media to promote my
yes, your music.
beatboxing.
Yes.
That's the only idea we had. And then reaction was a good format. We could share a lot of knowledge and educate people. And then it like blew up directly. I mean, this first video had like 10K views in like 3 days.
Crazy.
It was about Rhythmind faking a video. And then we just started basically uploading every day. And then one of the first 10 or 20 videos was a video of us talking about Tuttle.
Oh, yes.
Because Tuttle was like being Tuttle, super famous. Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
Talking a lot about beatbox.
Yes.
And we made a video in German saying, how good is he actually in beatboxing? Like beatbox champs, beatbox pros,
like
react. Yeah, basically. And I was like,
I love that.
yo, I'm the 5-time German beatbox champ. And
Yeah.
then this became a meme
You've
or
won
whatever.
it 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, I won solo in 2017,
Yeah.
tag team in 2017, crew in 2017. tag team in 2018 and crew in 2019.
God, that's
and Vice Loop champion in 2017.
and the Vice. Don't forget the Vice. Dude, that's astounding.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I had this meme, and then like I think people saw it. How good does Tadl actually beatbox? Pro beatbox. Oh my god, the German champ tells you now if you're good or not.
Yeah.
And then we made a video and it was super funny. We reacted to it clips. Then he reacted to us on his stream. Like, and then we reacted to him, and then we like kind of got in contact or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that kind of blew up, and I feel like after 3 months, it hit like 100k subs or whatever.
3 months it was that fast.
And then we literally uploaded every day, and then also started on Sin's channel. So we had like 2 videos every day.
Jeez.
And we hired David, I think also in January or February, pretty fast, because I couldn't keep up with like editing. And I know how to edit, but I'm really bad at it.
Right.
And the idea was like, in the time I edit a video, we can film 3 or 4 new videos.
Yes.
And I mean, Sin was also a big beatbox nerd. Like he knew all the videos. We were like, okay, which video should we react to? And we both came up with like 50 videos easily on the top of my head. You know this one video of Bubbly? Yeah, let's watch it again.
Yes.
And so we had like, and there was all GBB still to react to.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And so we, just did that for a while. And then it blew up and then became the thing.
Dude, that's amazing.
But we never thought of it. It was basically, literally, if I have 10k subs one day, whatever, it's cool.
It's often how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny how that is. That's amazing.
And then that became the job.
Yeah, and it just became what you do. Isn't that so amazing? Like I remember watching, because I remember watching and seeing some of the views. Like when I seen some of the views on your reaction videos, that's when it clocked to me. I was like, wow. This is content just for beatboxers, and it's getting views. You know what I mean? There's enough beatboxers in the world now, you know what I mean? For it to actually, and of course there'd be non-beatboxers that would find it as well. Yeah. But predominantly, and I was like, beatbox has grown to the point where it has an audience, where it can, there's actually an audience of beatboxers just like me. There's thousands of people that feel like me. Because when I saw your reactions, I had to watch them. I love it. Because it's like watching someone from your own team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like beatboxers, there's so few of us out in the world. Watching someone who understands, you know what I mean? He understands what I understand. You know what it's like to be on stage. You know what it's like to be a beatboxer and to come up with sounds, you know, how hard is it, and so on and so forth. And you're actually reacting to something, you know, and it's like, oh, we're hearing our own voice, someone on our own team, because we're so used to watching people react that have no idea what's going on, you know what I mean? But it was just so special to watch, and you guys obviously was so good. It was just awesome, and that was awesome content during COVID and all that.
Especially COVID was a special thing, I think, because so many people were at home, they needed a new hobby. Yeah. And then like watching, like it's as if you would watch with your friends.
Yes, that's
a video, but we like, your friends are like the 2 biggest beatbox nerds.
Yes, that's right.
And they're like, I mean, we really love beatbox. You know, it's a thing. Like, I really like, if like in my off time, I watch other beatbox videos. I watch Inertia the 1000th time or whatever. And when I go to beatbox event, I'm always like, oh my god. Yes. Like I still sometimes, oh my god, beatbox is so cool. Yes. Then I remember one time, we were sitting here and then watching this Inertia shout out from Beatbox International from GBB. It was like such a nice audio editing, and he hits these notes. I was like, oh my god, beatbox is so cool. And I remember, oh my god, and my life needs to be more around beatbox. And then a friend was here like, how? Your entire life is beatbox. You're a beatbox creator. You beatbox all day. You live with a beatbox. Like, how? And I was like, true. Like,
but I need more. No, but I need more. It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
That's how it all started. And then, I mean, it all kind of changed 2023 when I separated from Sin, and we were in Korea before. Yeah. We had a gig in Japan. That was crazy.
Really good,
Like, and then went to Korea to meet Beat Pella House, Wing and everyone, and also Jacob.
Oh yes, okay. Oh yeah, yes. Now I'm remembering who that is. Yes, he makes a lot of TikToks. He's super famous, right? He's massive, isn't he?
He has like 20 million, 50 million YouTube subscriber.
50 million.
Yes, sir. He has more YouTube subscriber than all the other creators together.
Whoa.
Yes.
That is astounding.
Jacob is the biggest beatbox creator in the world.
Wow.
By far.
He's bigger than Spencer.
Yeah. I mean, not on TikTok, because Spencer is like 55 million on TikTok, but it's also kind of like from back in the day.
Yes.
TikTok is kind of, also the numbers on TikTok don't really reference it. I mean, I have like 11 million on TikTok, and I wouldn't say like, it's so much different from having 2 million or whatever. Because the algorithm is constantly changing.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, he has
Wow.
like 48.5 million or whatever. And
Whoa.
he is a content genius. I swear to God. Like
He must be. Yeah.
He's doing it for years and years. A lot of the formats, like Beatbox is doing now, the Beatbox content he invented, and he had the ideas, and he's every day doing new content. He's like also helping other like creators, K-pop creators on the side, helping with their social media. So he's really
Wow.
a genius.
Amazing.
Big up to Jacob. If you don't know him, he's and he was also inviting us to studio,
Wow.
like talking to us. And he has a massive, like literally similar to the studio we had yesterday.
Yeah.
It's his studio.
That's his studio.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a massive room. Isn't it?
in Seoul, which is fucking expensive.
Wow.
And he has like the diamond play button there and everything.
Yeah, that's sick.
And he invited us. We talked. It was so nice. Ratino was also there, Korean beatboxer.
Yeah.
So nice. And then also Klim and Mighty. I don't know if you know them.
I know Mighty. Yeah.
Also went to 7 to Smoke, but Klim is also like crazy. Like he has like now 20 million subs on YouTube. He's
Bro, what
like,
is going on?
Like he started with Jacob, but like
20 million.
yeah, he's like working hard and also coming up with new ideas all the time. It's like beatbox, taking beatbox, but putting it in funny content with like memes or pranks or Mighty has this one video where he's like cutting the headphones all the time.
Right.
And then like beatboxing animal and there's animal playing, he beatbox animal and then he's like, what?
Right.
Like,
I get it.
Funny beatbox clips.
Yes.
But they're like super successful, always coming up with new stuff.
Wow.
And like just them seeing Jacob being that successful, and he like at that time Klim was doing it for 6 months and he had 3 million subscribers already.
Dude, what are these guys drinking over there, bro? They got the special sauce in Korea. What's going on?
I mean, it's like easier with shorts to get subscribers, but still these guys are crazy.
Oh yeah.
And so talented in their storytelling and everything.
Yes.
Like from them I learned so much about like
there's an art to it.
An art, like making a video. When you say like, oh, they're just sitting on one and he cuts the headphones. Okay, no, but like how they sit, how the angle is, how they react, how the beatbox is. It's like it's like doing a movie or art, whatever. There's so much to it, and these guys really nailed it, and they do new stuff all the time. And then Jacob was also like a little bit behind the scenes showing me what's possible on YouTube. And I was like, damn, that's a big number.
Right. So is that how you got the inspiration to sort of focus on short form content? Is that where it came? I was wondering, that's what I was wondering. Right. So you saw him doing it.
And at the same time, TikTok was starting with the creator program.
Yes.
So TikTok was start paying short form. At that time, YouTube, I think, didn't pay.
It didn't for a while. It
was like, okay, I mean, it's good to get followers, but at that time I also needed money.
Yeah, you got to eat.
Brokety broke.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting. And then Jacob gave me the thing to really, I should focus on short form content.
Wow.
And then also it was a time where like short after I separated from Sin. And actually it was also a pretty interesting time content wise because I was known as the guy with Sin.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
It was again this little like, am I good enough to do people even want to see me?
Yes, right.
Because you know, we're the duo. It's like And then I started like after that doing short form content, and I got like super lucky. I did a reaction on a Jacob video where he's like with some K-pop stars doing emojis, and I did them as well.
Oh yes, I remember seeing these kind of videos. Yes,
and it was like I was so. It's the same as you said with action is so important.
Yes.
I did it. I didn't like it, but I was like, man, okay, just post it.
Yes.
You know, it was like the sound was not good.
You didn't even like the video.
No, there was even like I wrongly recorded, so it was like a chorus effect on the original video. But I was like, okay, I just start now. Let's do one a day and let's see what comes. And this video,
it just went. like it went astronomical.
Like 20 million views in a month or something.
Ooh.
And it got like one day, I think. 4th day after posting it, I got 20k Instagram followers on one day.
Whoa.
And I had like this whole time of being the whole Oni-chan, being at GBB, posting, doing all the YouTube shit.
Yeah.
I think I was at 40k Instagram or something.
Wow.
So having then
you just gained 50% more.
With one video. And then on TikTok as well, it went viral. And back in the day, the TikTok was paying good.
Yes.
Very short while after like 1 month, they stopped it again. But it was like this video got me also like a few €100 just this video.
Wow.
I was like,
that's pretty good.
What's happening? I wasn't even like believing it. You see the number and you were like,
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. And they pay it out like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Like, I was the entire time, oh, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
come on. Yeah.
That's not real. So like all came together and really was cool because it gave me the confidence to like, okay, me with like Jacob video and it works and whatever, just keep going.
Yes.
And from that on, I just doing video every day, basically.
Wow.
And yeah, then it grew.
Amazing. Dude, I'm so, as I said, I already said to you, when I first saw you, I'm so happy to see you feel like you're just smashing it, bro. I always makes me happy. I just see like the most astounding things. Like we thought, the word viral has been redefined by what, the numbers you guys are getting is totally amazing, bro. It's so awesome. And, as you said, it's testament to your own action. You just went for it anyway, despite the doubts. I was interested. I was going to ask that, like, did you have doubts after, the split, because anyone would. I think that's just 100%. Natural. You'd be like, oh, can I do it on my own? But and it's proven you fucking can, bro. Yeah. You smashed it.
So cool and so good for me.
Yeah, bro. Amazing. how often do you post a day now? What's your normal rate?
Once a day.
Just every day. Yeah. Do you miss a day? No. When's the last time you missed a day?
Yeah, sometimes, but
like,
I don't sweat it. Like,
yeah.
Maybe last week or whatever.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But then I like created systems to make it, of course, easier.
Yes.
Like I record 10 videos,
gave
it to my editor.
Yeah.
We try to make it good. Then there's like other formats or whatever. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can repost stuff. Like, for example, Instagram got this new feature with test reels. Right. So you can like repost all clips and it will just be shown to non-followers.
Right.
And like on YouTube, you can just repost a video here and there. Mm-hmm. Like it's not so important. And TikTok as well. So yeah, I think like once a day, sometimes more reposts, sometimes less.
Wow. So cool.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. It's interesting to me as well because it's like a new art form came out. It really is its own form of entertainment. That's short form stuff. And I agree. It's like it's an illusion. It looks a lot of time the entertainment stuff. It looks because you hear outsiders' perspective. It looks simple. It looks like like you said. It looks like you just stuck some emoji things on a thing and you didn't think about it. But actually, it's so well done and so well thought through that it appears simple. Yeah, it's like that a lot of the times. Which is cool.
And also, you really have to be way more consistent with it.
Yes.
Like with short form. Like Maddox told me about it. He could never.
Yeah.
Because for him, just doing something for 1 year every day, he is like, he kill me. He's like, he got this ADHD hyperfocus, then he does this, but then he does 5 tracks in 1 week, but then he can't do it for 1 month.
Yes.
And that's also something, and one video, even if it goes super viral, doesn't get you anything.
No.
You have to be consistent and work it up. And there's also, sometimes it's like, okay, TikTok decides not to pay anymore.
Yes.
Cool. Or YouTube decides, we just pay half now.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. And then it's not like these short form videos are not evergreens. Like, I don't know, dopamine will probably generate €1,000 every month for the rest of Wing's life.
Yes, probably.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's not with short form.
No,
if you don't post, it's over.
It dies off, doesn't it? Yeah, it's true. You don't get the
you always have to keep going.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons to this.
Yeah.
And also the numbers are kind of inflated, I feel like. It's not like, now on Instagram I have like 6.9 million followers.
Amazing.
But if you compare to actual people who are having 6.9 million, like, I don't know, who has like a Conor McGregor. Maybe he has more, but they're like famous. They can't walk the street.
Yes.
So, and I get recognized sometimes, I don't know, but I'm also not a lot.
Right, yeah.
So I get recognized, but I wouldn't say I'm not like a famous person. Like a football star or like someone, I'm less famous than someone having 800,000 followers, but they're all German.
I know what you mean. Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because it's also beatbox so international.
Yes.
Like I got like 10% from Iran and 10% from the States and Korea and whatever.
So it's really spread out. Yeah.
Really spread out.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yes.
Like at this point, I don't want to be this famous in Germany, for example, because it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, then you can't, you can't.
Of course, I would earn way, way more.
Yes.
But like not being able to walk down the street or just having food with my girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not
it's kind of a nice thing when you think about it. You get the benefit. You get benefits without that real negative side. You know what I mean? And I know what you mean about the inflation. I don't think it's not inflated. It's just I think it's like the reason people follow is different. Would you say?
Yeah, like, they don't follow me because they like my personality or whatever, or maybe they are like being entertained by me.
Yes.
So they follow me, or they like my facial expressions or whatever.
Yeah.
But for example, I don't know, there's like a famous comedian in Germany, Felix Lobrecht, and he's like super famous. Everyone knows him. He has the biggest podcast in Germany and the third biggest podcast in the world.
Right.
Which is fucking crazy because it's German.
Right. Wow.
It's like
in the
on
world,
the
it's just German.
Third place on Spotify most listened podcast or whatever.
Wow. I didn't know
And
that.
it was like Joe Rogan, whatever, gemischtes Hack.
And then him, wow.
And he has like 1 million followers, and people are like, "Oh my god, he has 1 million, you have 6, whatever."
Yes.
But it's like he only posts some photos of himself. He doesn't even post his comedy, and he's the best German comedian.
Yeah.
He doesn't even post clips of comedy.
Wow.
So just from him, how he is, and posting photos of himself, he has 1 million.
Wow.
And people just follow him because they want to like follow him because his comedy is so nice, and they want to get informed about when is he playing, when can I get tickets. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I feel like than me. If I, for example, would do a concert now in Berlin, I don't know, like, I think it would be hard to fill a venue with. 500, I think, would be impossible.
Right.
It would be more like 100, maybe 200 would be okay, but it's not like I could just sell out arenas now. But other people with that followers could easily do that.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
also my content is not tailored towards it.
tailored, yeah.
If I would now like do more musical content and post songs,
It would change.
it would change.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like also this thing.
I get it. It's
a
fascinating.
new wave of like content or whatever.
Yeah.
And social media is like, complicated.
It
I would
is.
say.
It's
I
like a
feel-
living monster, that thing, isn't it? It changes and it moves.
Also,
and
no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If you
That's
see a
right.
video, I understood the algorithm.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. That's right. I learned that's one thing that hasn't changed. People used to ask me that. Like, I used to get that. You ever get those like kind of corporate kind of people that are not involved? They come to you say, "What's the secret?" And I'd be like, "Wow, how'd you make this? How'd you make Don't Bring Me Down? Did you design I didn't design it. I was just beatboxing on a Fortnite video and I've clipped it and put it on TikTok. I did not, you know what I mean? Did not go, so at 3 seconds, I'm going to put this in sound and everyone's going to be locked in. You know, there's not that much thought in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not, nobody has it really solved, do they?
No,
Like, of course,
it's
you can get better at it, but
I feel
one
like
of those
now
things-
when I see videos, I have this like feeling what is good, what is bad, and
Yes.
I can pretty much tell if it goes viral or not.
yes.
But still, I'm wrong half the time.
Yes. Yeah.
But I remember actually, like you were a big reason because that Swiss Beatbox started doing TikTok.
Yeah, really?
Because you were like blowing up on TikTok. Back in the day.
Yes, I remember.
And then I remember like I'm always also a big stats guy. I was looking like all the stats.
Yes.
And I was like, why is Codfish account getting a 10K YouTube subs a day?
Yeah.
And he didn't post for 8 months.
Yeah.
And I remember asking you, and you were like, yeah, just put the clips on TikTok, and TikTok's blowing up, and people find it on YouTube. And
That's
I was
right.
like, damn.
Yeah. I remember that surprised me. I didn't expect that. That was really fun. Like, that was again one of those things that was just happenstance. I was seeing like my sister was like on TikTok for ages. Like, oh, that shit's stupid. What is that? You know, I didn't get it. I'm like, I'm not interested. You know, I just wasn't interested in it. And eventually I saw, what did I see? I saw someone like clipping like rock and roll, like old like rock and roll bands and like putting old clips up, and it was getting lots of views. And I'm like, well, like they're posting old content. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, let me just try putting my shit up. And it was limited to 60 seconds back then.
Yeah.
So I just said,
true.
Okay, I'll just take the best 60 seconds, you know, from each video, and then fucking went crazy. It went crazy. It
I
surprised
think
me.
it will still work. Do you still do it?
Yeah, I randomly still post old clips, or of course new stuff. Yeah, now and then I always do, and you know, it's on and off. It's always like I've had a few videos in a row. They get, you know, this, that, 50K, 100K, 200K, and then I just had recently one. I just did one in the car. Now it's got 2 million views. You know what I mean? And so, but it wasn't that I designed it. You know, that's what it is. But that's an artist's approach. You know, I mean, you just do the best you can, you know, whatever you think is beautiful, and it'll either go or it doesn't. You know, you just keep trying. You refine.
And I mean, you could sell like, as a content strategist, you can like, I could explain like, okay, it's like you have crazy beatbox skill. First of all, you're in a car. It looks like it's like the Marcus Perez route of content. It's like he's just filming himself. Haha.
Yeah, it looks
like
casual.
it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
You're like, but you're doing these crazy things, and people are like, what the fuck? Why is this like? Why is that so looking so easy? And he's just casually doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something. That's why Marcus Perez got so super viral. And I mean,
that's interesting perspective.
Maddox was also Maddox had him on the podcast, and he was like, for that I had like 80 takes from 2 days.
Yes.
To get the
and you know what? That one, I remember watching him say that, and that's one of the ones I actually knew that. I knew that because I watched him, and being a beatboxer, I'm sure you could tell as well that his execution's too perfect.
Yeah.
I could tell watching him.
Yes.
I'm like, he's done a few takes. Of
Yeah.
that. He's done that properly. It
Yeah.
looks casual.
No one can beatbox that good.
No one beatbox that good
Yeah.
every time. Nobody
Even
does.
Wing.
No, that's right. Even Wing. As
Wing's
clean as he
wildcard,
is.
he told me,
Yeah.
it's like he took 8 hours. His
Yeah.
new
There you
wildcard
go.
when he qualified now.
Yeah,
It's like,
I believe it.
but you see him and like, oh my God, Wing beatbox perfect.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It seems, and that's also a lot of time it's your own standard. You're trying to top your own standard. You're trying to be better yourself. I'm sure if you were in the room with Wing, I'm sure it did 10 takes. You'd be like, bro, the first one, the seventh one, and the sixth one were fine. Why use them? But to him, you want to top
Oh my God, I actually hate recording wildcards.
Do you?
Oh my God, because you're like, I remember the wildcard was Sin for GBB, the tag team wildcard, and we were recording like 20 takes or whatever, and you're like, every take has something that was not good.
Yes,
you're like, okay, I was off key here, the one kick wasn't in time. It's like, then like watching it back and you're like, your brain is already fried. And I remember one day we had to stop recording because Sin was like, his brain was so fried he couldn't do the beginning. I was like, I can't do it anymore. We're like, okay, that's probably the time we should stop. And then just watching, because you were like, I think that one was maybe good. And you're watching 15 wildcards. And then there's like, this is good. But then there's this one mistake. You watch the next one. It's good, but it's the other mistake. But what's more? Like,
what's more? Yeah.
What's a bigger mistake right now?
Yeah.
And the more you listen, you get crazy.
Exactly. You literally, your perception warps.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Yeah. That's why you see, if you like in a room with professionals that work with music that have been doing it a long time, they have breaks for their ears and all that. There's a reason for that. It's not because they don't want to work. It's because actually you don't listen to it properly. I noticed that. That's good advice for people doing wildcards. Actually, if you're doing takes, have short breaks. It'll reset your ears and your perception.
And also write down. I feel like when you have like 15 takes, write down like good take. Maybe say 7 out of 10. Kick was off or whatever. So you have like because if you have the list then and there's like 8 takes, there's like 5 out of 10. You don't need to listen to them again.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like someone with Eminem was in the studio and he came in the studio, was like super, like, yeah, let's do it. And everyone was like, 12, okay, let's go for dinner, for lunch. And he came out and then 5 p.m. he was in recording the take. Wow. And it was like, okay, 5 p.m., see you tomorrow. And the other guy was like, what? But we're creating magic right now. And I was like, next day, 9 a.m. he came in. It was treating it like a job.
Wow.
And it's like crazy thinking about that.
Yeah, it is. Because you get that I guess people don't expect that because we're fed so often that idea of like the crazy rock star that like doesn't, and that's a real thing. And also there's a magic to that kind. That's a different approach. I think there's different approaches to art. It's kind of, as I understand it, no one, not that I do 100% of course, but as I understand it, there's the 0 to 100 approach sort of thing where it's like there's 0 meaning it's purely on instinct. There's a magic to something that's pure, that's new, that's fresh. I think there's something to that. It's like the first take thing. I don't know if you have that same feeling as I do. I feel like the first take, I know Amy Winehouse is a good example of that. Amy Winehouse, she would, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I saw an interview, someone saying that she did this, right? But she would come in, and she was in a documentary actually, so yes, it'd be true. Like she'd only do 1 or 2 takes every song, and then if she didn't get it that day, she's out. Come back in, and I get that because there is a magic to when something's fresh and you care about it. Because if you do so many takes of something, there's a level of acting that comes into it. I think because you can't be that excited to do the same thing for the 27th time in a row. You can't fake that. That's why I would often do that for a lot of wild cards, depending on what it is. It depends on what it is, but if I'm really feeling it, I would do a few takes, and if it ain't it, come back the next day. Try it again.
I think the guy from Interstellar, the actor. He's like super famous.
I know who you mean.
Yeah, he's like this very famous scene, spoiler alert, where he's like watching the video of his son and he's like 20 years gone by or whatever. And he said he didn't want to practice the scene before.
Right.
It was like, if we film it on the day, I don't want to practice it. I don't want to see the video that I will see.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And he like filmed it and had like crying and his whole thing went in and was like one of the best acting performances ever. And he said like, because he like did it. This one time, and then they did multiple takes because on a movie like this.
Yes, that's what they do. Yeah,
maybe
for that kind of money, you better get it. Yeah,
it was the take right. They took.
Yes, yeah.
So too much thing. Fuck, I think we don't have so much time left, but there's like one thing I still want to ask you, and then see what the community wanted to know about you.
Let's go.
And there's one thing I'm like that angered me a lot.
Yes.
When you did your Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yes.
It was like super successful, like crazy.
Yes.
Redefining what viral is in beatboxing, basically.
Yes.
And then I knew you had like this catalog of songs that I heard you perform. And I was like, I mean, at that time, like I was fanboy
Yes.
of your music. I was
Yes.
listening to your beatbox every day.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
I was like, why?
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 Yeah,
It's like, I feel like I went to a Michael Jackson concert and then like I can't listen to the songs again. And I knew you could do them so well that you perform them at GBB.
Yes.
And you're a guy, you only perform them when you can perform them.
Yes, yes.
So I knew like you had like this album in your head. You could do like probably go to a studio and perform the entire album in one take and it would be 95% there.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is he not doing it? Especially after the huge success with this, probably also like money-wise and subscriber-wise, it was like crazy.
Yeah, well, it's crazy.
Why didn't you record the album?
Yeah, you're right. No, I totally get it. It's totally valid. And I've had that question many times, believe it or not. But what's the reason? Really, I think I wasn't. I became a victim of, which I've only sort of undone very recently. A victim of perfectionism, really.
Yeah.
Got in my own way. That's why I was giving advice early. I got it, and it took me a while. I couldn't reach the level that I wanted in my own. And of course, you saw it, and you felt, and I understand that because I've seen that from other people I like.
Yeah.
You probably saw me do it and say, "Bro, you can do it fine.
Yeah.
Like, just go record it and release it."
You did it on stage, which is so much harder.
Yes, that's right. But in my head, it wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? That was in my head. In my head, the live, like, to be honest, I had, and it's a little bit crazy, but I think a lot of artists, we are a little bit crazy. We're very over the top and, like I couldn't even watch back. I still haven't actually fully ever watched back the 2018 GBB or 20. Like
Really?
I couldn't actually watch it. I don't know why. I was too hypercritical on myself. I think really the thing was I was not very. It took me a while to get into a stable headspace. I wasn't in a stable headspace for a few years. That's what I know what you're probably getting at is why weren't you uploading? There's a few years where I was uploading very infrequently, like once a year for like 3 years. Yeah, I just was not. I was not very well personally. You know what I mean? And it troubled me, but. What I am glad about that whole thing that I've sort of come through that largely now is that I never stopped creating. And so I was beatboxing every day and I am, every day. And that catalog you're talking about, it's grown,
So there's
grown.
multiple albums.
Yes. There's quite a lot that I got to get out of me. You know what I mean? So, so I'm very excited for these upcoming years where I finally feel like I finally arrive in the place where I can get it out of me. You know what I mean? And so it must be done. You know what I mean? That's how I feel, So yes. What the fuck? I've said that to myself. Trust me. Yeah. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
For me, it was like, I totally get that.
Yes.
Like, I think all the artists have the same thing and like can't watch it back and feel like that's not good enough. It's the same. Like I think Sin and I, we didn't record our routines that we did at GBB.
Right. Yeah.
And we didn't even record like the Dragon Lord, like our routine. We didn't record it as a track.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
It was always like but actually this last drop was just a filler solution because we had to like do 4 minutes.
Yes.
So and then everyone listened to the live version was like, oh, cool, yeah.
Yes.
But we were like, actually, this was only okay. GBB is in 2 weeks. We need to have a drop now.
Yes.
Like,
Bro. Yeah.
So and he was like doing loop as well. So we were like, like shit. And fuck, what if we really go to the battles?
Yes.
We have like 2 routines. We need 2 more.
Yes.
And it was just like filling stuff.
Yes.
And not being super happy with it. And then we performed it and when elimination went well and the rest was okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, why don't you record the routine? Sakura, like the Japanese song.
Yeah.
Well, like, and we could do it like practice every day. And then, but then GBB was like, oh, okay, let's breathe for a moment.
Yeah.
And then, and let's make it good. And then we practice, but then you don't have the deadline.
Yes.
You're not like,
yes.
Okay, in the next week I record it, and then it kind of flows in. New stuff comes. You're like, oh, 1 year later, I don't feel it's not good enough anymore.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
Totally get it. But I remember I wanted to share my anger.
Yeah.
My
I
anger
apologize.
as a fan.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was so like, and I was like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it's basically, I'd say free money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also it's like, it's cool that now like you have the lived experience of don't taking action.
Yes.
To now the lesson is so much more like
powerful.
Much powerful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember, by the way, like just for a funny note, is like, you said you were almost not going to put out that one short that went mad. You didn't even like it. I was listening back to that Boulevard Bro, and I just heard all the mistakes in it. I remember walking away from the studio, listening to it. I'm like, I don't think it's good. Part of me was almost going to stop. I was going a little bit mad. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not even sure if this is good enough. I kind of did it. You know, and there was part of me that was doubting even ever posting it. You know what I mean? And then I ruminated over it, and I just went, the feeling is right. Fuck it. You know what I mean? That's the sort of thing I was focused on. I was like, the feeling, if you want to worry about every note being perfect on, but it's me being over the top. You know what I mean? But the feeling was right, and it went crazy. That was quite astounding. I remember watching, I was checking the live, in Spotify, the artist app, you can see the live listeners of that. I remember watching that going up like crazy. And I was like, I cannot believe it. Because it's one of my dreams as a kid was to have a beatbox as a record, just like all my favorite artists. It's just a song. People listen to it as a song. I thought that was just so cool. I still think it's the most amazing thing. And I think beatboxing as recorded music is still so traveled, it's totally fresh. There's really not many albums out there at all.
No.
Yeah, so it's very
Wing's
special.
probably dropping an album, I think, in 1 month
Has he
or
announced
something.
Has he announced it?
I think so.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
With like dopamine, but probably a few tracks like this.
Oh, bro.
One
Power to
question,
him.
did you, because it's a cover, how did you do it with the royalties or whatever on that Spotify?
So the distributor that I'm with, they handled the license for me. So they got a legit license where they get a portion of the money, and it was actually very easy. So automatic system, you know. So it was just.
And for YouTube, it was just normally monetized.
Normal. They treat it like it's an original song, but actually, they get a piece of the money and all that. So it's like some business deal, but it actually was automatic. They already had because there's so much covered music. It was treated just like any other song, like someone else, any rock band covering Green Day or whatever. It was treated the same way.
So good.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're already a bit late, but hey, who cares?
Let's go.
I had a Q&A on Instagram. By the way, it's so fun to do this with you.
Dude, thank you. It's so fun, man.
Even, like I would say, just having this convo. I had the idea for a while doing a podcast because I feel like we wouldn't talk the same if it wouldn't be the podcast, Like sometimes you were asking these questions, I think in a personal dialogue is weird.
Yes.
It could happen, but also we probably would have wandered off or do something else, or someone else would have come, like just sitting down and talking like this.
Yes. Yeah.
This podcast format is so cool.
Yes, it is. It's so cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. It leads the setting gives justification to ask things you wouldn't usually ask.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So I enjoy it on a personal level, even beside all this. What I mean?
Even if the video wouldn't happen, having the format. But of course, it's cool to have the video to invite other people.
Yes, of course.
Reeps, I want to have this with you.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, then I ask on Instagram. Just go through some quick question. How old are you?
28.
Improver Beatbox asked. Damn, Improver. Shout out to you. You're so cool.
Shout out Improver.
Who was your inspiration when you first started beatboxing?
Wow. Okay. Inspiration. Big up to Improver. When I first started, I was seeing Joel Turner. I saw a replay of Joel Turner's famous opera performance on TV, though. They replayed it. Yeah, they replayed it on TV, and I watched that, and I didn't know the word beatboxing. I remember this so vividly. I didn't know what he was. I must have missed it. I didn't hear them use the word beatbox. So I'm watching it, and this is the coolest thing ever. And I went down to YouTube, and I didn't know what the word was. So I was just looking up sound making. You know what I mean? Audio things was coming up. Then I was looking up human making sounds, and I was finding, but it wasn't Joel Turner. Eventually, I found it. Beatbox. Like, that's what it's called, beatboxing. Yeah. So
it's kind of thing like also back in the day, kind of like beatbox. I don't know if it was a thing. Like people knew what beatbox is.
Yes.
Like no, they not like nowadays.
Yes, they didn't. They didn't know what the word meant. True.
Yeah.
People didn't even know. People would say human beat making and stuff like that, or those other terms. But yeah, I remember that. So Joel Turner. Yeah.
Big up Joel.
Legend. Big up Joel.
Yeah. I don't know. Just go through everything that maybe. Favorite moment in relation to Reeps 1?
Wow. Oh, that's a good question. Whoa. Damn. Favorite moment. I'll say the moment, I think the moment he released Move, because Move was the first time I saw. Now, this is an argument because this is like, it's like a progression, because there's been people that have released beatboxing as records before, but it was the moment I recognized and it hit struck a chord within me in terms of taste that someone had released a beatbox track that was produced and recorded and presented and artistically, like in terms of what he was actually doing, was full and satisfying, equal to a actual song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it was to me, an actual full recorded produced song. It was as full as anything to me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time it would sound thin or it would sound not strong. It wouldn't sound how we feel when we beatbox. But when he made that song and the way it was treated was as if it was art, true art, which is what it is. You know what I mean? So Reap's One Move, I'd say.
I think it was the first like proper mixed beatbox track.
Yes, it might have been.
Like really.
Yes. And he said, Lyndon J, right?
Yeah.
Lyndon J, he said he was processing each individual sound.
Yeah, I think
right?
that
And
was the first time you ever had that. So yeah.
So
Big
Reap's
up.
One Move, amazing. Artistically significant for sure.
If you could steal any beatboxer sound, which one would
Inertia
it
on
be?
bass. Easy.
Yeah.
That is gold. It's one of my favorite sounds ever. by the way.
100%.
Far out. It's amazing. I love
Top
it.
5 favorite artists in music in general.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Damn.
Or maybe top 3. It's like,
Okay, top 3. Let's make it easier. Top
Yeah.
3. I'd say off the top of my head, I'd say Bob Dylan, the Beatles, and I'd say Charlie Patton.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'd say. Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy. Who's your gold beatboxer?
Who's my what? Sorry? Goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goat beatboxer. Oh, that messes me up. Can I give 2 people?
Yeah, of course.
I'd say Reaps and Barbley for me.
Yeah.
Reaps and
I mean, for me, it's like this who's your favorite beatboxer that always changes over the
yes.
years.
Right.
And like, I don't know, for a while it was like Kenny Urban when he won GBB.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
Fire.
he's so cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everything sounds so cool. Then it was you for a while.
Oh, really? I'm on it.
Now it's like Wing, but then also Tarosh and Improver I enjoy so much. And then like Inertia was for a while. So it's always like, for me, it's like kind of a wave, but they're all up there.
all up there, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like Wachtang also.
Yeah. Oh,
was
yeah.
So much.
Crazy.
And back in the day, Robeat, I was such a big Robeat fan.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw him live, I was literally like starstruck.
Yeah, yeah.
Couldn't talk to him.
Superstar,
So
hey?
cool.
It's so awesome.
Oh my God. Okay, what's the most important thing in beatboxing?
Oh. Damn.
What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life? Yeah. Might as well give me the same question. What's the most important thing in beatboxing? I'd say I'd extrapolate that to music. You know, I don't know the answer to that. What I'd say is following your instincts. You know what I mean? To me, is following your heart. That's what I'd say. Following your heart. That's what
I would also say have fun. Like,
At
At the end of the day, like this is Bilo always says serious business.
Yes.
It kind of is, but also it's like having fun, enjoying your life.
Yes.
And beatboxing is such a cool thing to enjoy your life.
Yes.
with.
Oh, absolutely. It is. You carry it with you always.
Yeah.
Always. It's very, very special in that way.
And don't get like some people get caught up too much in the battle and I'm better than him and here. At the end of the day, it's so cool that we like today we come together in a random club in Berlin and enjoying beatbox together. And,
Yes.
I mean, the battle is the battle, but actually we're just coming together having fun.
That's
so,
right. That's right.
So cool.
That is the most special thing. That is.
So I think there's one. How tall are you?
I believe I'm 183.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay, that's the most of the questions. Thank you so
Yes.
much for this. I think we're a bit late, but hey, it's so fucking worth it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Is there anything you want to still say, or like also, of course, your socials will be all in there, or something people can look forward to, or whatever, or no? Just say whatever you want.
Yes. I'll say thank you to everybody who's followed, the music so far and supported me so far. It's been the greatest gift to be an artist, and you've given me that. So I'll continue to do my best and continue to beatbox and have fun. Most importantly, I'd say one piece of advice I'd give to people is embrace your instinct to copy. That's what I say. And I feel like that can be controversial to some people, but that's just where my mind's going right now. Is I think there can be an existing sort of old ideology of like that you need to be original and you need to be this way. I feel like the fastest way you're going to be original is to follow your own instincts. You'll eventually end up original. Believe in yourself. You are original. You know what I mean? You're a human being. No one is like you. So follow what you like and don't worry about anything else. And eventually you'll be like the way you're meant to be. Yeah, that's what I say.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Really?
It was
Oh
a
my
pleasure,
God.
man. Thank you, bro. It was a pleasure. Big up, guys.
See you.
Keep beatboxing, please.